Can you imagine being invited to some party?
Just doing the ground's jerking off.
You just want to go to the bathroom, and then there's a guy crying in a corner to his girlfriend. There's a giant orgy happening in a closet. There is a girl passed out on the bed, and there's a guy that just walked out of the washroom you wanted to go into with another girl.
And no, but the entrance of the fucking room, there's a guy on the floor jerking off naked.
Yeah. And then I forgot about that. Sorry. Forgot about that small detail.
He's a partner in his law firm.
So a girl just broke up with me just now. She sent me this message.
Oh my God.
Sorry it took long to reply. Was trying to figure out how to best say this. I've decided to prioritize dates with women these days, and I didn't vibe with you as much as I had hoped. So I'm off for Monday. I wish you all the best with your plans this year. Looks like you have a lot of good things coming. Smiley face.
Damn. She put you down lightly. Dude, what's with girls these days? Just like, because I've had a few of those as well. Like, right, you guys ever, you ever get like lesbian girls?
We got to start. Do you actually think she's a lesbian?
Well,
do you think that's an excuse, or do you think she's actually now interested in women?
Pansexual, whatever that means.
I've had girls do the same thing, but pansexual is when a girl like only is it she's like attracted to personality, but then like certain women get like so jaded by guys being fuckboy douchebags that they're just like, I'm only gonna date girls.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think that's only 100%. Just a phase, and then they're like, oh wait, I really like dick. And then they go back to guys.
It depends though. It depends on the girl. It depends on the moment in her life. Sometimes girls will be like if a lesbian
genuinely
for 2 years.
Lesbian. Okay, there's some girls that become lesbian because of bad experiences with men.
You've hooked up with lesbians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've hooked up with girls that said they were lesbian.
I hooked up with a girl.
Did they think you were a girl?
They did think I was a girl.
No, like, well, dude, the thing is, like, have you never hooked up with a lesbian?
No.
Allie? Remember Allie? Pickering?
Who the fuck's Allie? I don't remember.
You sure? Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter.
Show me a photo.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So,
I'm sorry.
What I find is a lot of girls who are like lesbians, or like even if say they are, or whatever, they're more like on the spectrum of like bisexuality, or like, and there's because like I know this girl who had only been with like 6 guys her whole life, but like hundreds of girls, and we hooked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, just, I don't know. This girl's not vibing for the moment. That's it.
Well, I think if you could follow the trend, right? Did this girl just sleep with like 100 guys and then she's lesbian? Do you think she's not going to sleep with a single other guy after she slept with 100 guys? Okay, probably not. She will sleep with another guy in her life. If this girl has only slept with one guy and decided to be lesbian, then I think it's the stronger case can be made that she's going to kind of stick to being a lesbian.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Damn.
Very interesting.
So hello, guys.
Well, guys, welcome to the Wingman Podcast, the #1 source of dating advice for men in North America. And we have my co-host here, Justin Marc, international dating coach and relationship expert. And we have our guest. I'll let Justin introduce. Justin, you pressed the wrong.
Did I press the wrong button?
You definitely pressed the wrong button. No, it's the purple one. Press the purple one.
I don't even know the sounds that are made, but I'll assume.
Okay, I'll let Justin introduce our guest from Six Tribe.
All right, guys, what's up? Justin Marc. Today, we're with our very special friend, our very handsome, dashing, gorgeous acquaintance, Lucas.
Acquaintance? Did you just start me off as very good friend and ended off?
I just threw it in there. I was just throwing shade. I'm mad at you, Lucas. I'm mad.
I in a span of a second, I went from very good friend to acquaintance.
No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so Lucas, really cool fucking dude. Lucas is great with dating as well. Really good with girls. I mean, look at the hair. You know what I mean?
Just the hair.
Lucas literally looks like the statue of David. And so, funny enough, I actually got like a giant painting in my living room that looks exactly like Lucas, but it's the statue of David. Literally just as a joke, because I knew me and Lucas were going to throw lots of parties together. So I'm like, let's just get a painting that looks like him just for the lulz.
Yeah.
For the troll.
He had to convince me I looked like him. I didn't think so at first, and then like enough people kind of validated it, I guess.
Well, Lucas, thanks for being here today, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Very good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Lucas from Six Tribe.
Yeah, Six Tribe. So
Lucas actually started a new company that is personal branding. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So me and my business partner, Azmat, we started this personal branding and mentoring business where we help people kind of overcome social anxiety. A lot of stuff like Justin does, but we also do the personal branding, internet marketing, and social media marketing, dating profile and stuff like that, and kind of build a whole personal brand around our clients. And
cool, dude.
That's an exciting new venture we're doing.
So it sounds more like life coaching, marketing based success development for clients.
So lifestyle
versus pickup artistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's all like overlaps anyway. But it's
yeah,
like,
I mean, there's some elements of pickup. Like we encourage our students to talk to girls, and it's not something we stray away from. And honestly, it's not something we're ashamed to say.
What if they're gay?
Well, in that case, we still make them talk to girls.
What about guys?
We make guys talk to girls, and girls talk to guys. And
what about guys talking to
girls,
guys?
and then make guys talk to my dad.
Oh, makes sense.
No, we've never had a gay client, but that'd be amazing. I'd love that, and I'd definitely try to help a gay man meet a gay man.
I've always wondered what it'd be like to, because I presume most of my clients have been straight males, and I've coached literally in person, like probably over 1,000 guys.
Wait, no, that's a good question.
I'm like, I've always wondered that.
Have you never had a gay man ask you for dating advice?
I don't think I've ever like had a serious inquiry of a client being like, "Hey, I'm gay. Can you coach me?" But I've had lesbian girls. I've had tons of girls who I usually say, "Oh, this is more for guys." I've had tons of girls who like ask me about my business, what I do, and stuff like that for sure. I have coached women as well, just so you know. Yeah. I've had paid female clients.
Really?
Yeah, I have. But it was more geared towards other things, business / life success, rather than just like purely dating advice. Yeah, but no, I've had female clients for sure.
Okay.
But for the most part, my typical client is a straight male, I assume, especially when I do like the cold boot camp thing. So I was wondering your take on that. Like, I don't know, like it'd be crazy.
Dude, I'd love it. I'd think of it as a great learning opportunity, and
be interesting.
If that's a niche, and that, I don't know, do you think a straight man could teach a gay man to pick up gay men?
I don't know. Also, I don't think gay men really need it, because it's like you literally just go to a gay bar.
Dude, gay guys are always so naturally like confident as well.
Yeah, that too.
It? But I don't know. Maybe we just noticed that.
I don't think it's natural. Yeah, we only notice the confident ones.
Yeah, we noticed the confident ones.
You're not going to notice the shy gay dude being shy gay in the corner at the party.
I mean, we have a few gay guys in our circle, or we've had a few gay people like at our parties, right?
For sure, obviously.
Yeah. Remember that one time we tried the one that came with your Tinder date, and we tried.
You tried the two gay dudes.
Yeah, another gay dude showed up. Yeah. We're trying to like.
Oh no, Christmas party we had.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Wait, I didn't know there was another gay dude.
Yeah, there's another gay dude.
Okay,
and it was so cute.
Did it work out?
Like, they were like in the corner just talking to each other.
But one of them came up to me and told me he was in love with me.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, he said there's two people here in love with me, and I'm in love with you, and I'm one of them. And I was like, oh, thanks, man.
Usually gay guys, because I hit on my gay dudes all the time. So usually I just am like, thanks, bro. Just like super like, because like how do you like respectfully?
That's a question of the audience. Thanks, buddy. That's a question of the audience. How do you respectfully turn down a gay dude? Do you respectfully say, hey, I'm not gay, or is that offensive? Because I've said that once or a couple times, and I've been told, oh, you're just seeing me as a gay guy trying to hit on you. I was just trying to be friendly and stuff like that. And I don't want them to actually become offended by me rejecting them off the basis of them having sexual interest in me. And maybe they're just a dude that wanted to connect with me and become my friend.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like presume they have more attraction to me unless I guess they state it. And if they do have more attraction to me, then I guess then you could be like, hey, yeah, sorry.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm a dude, and I pretty much look at, I'm not saying I look at every girl and I just want to fuck them or whatever the fuck, but like I feel like subconsciously as a man, when you're talking to a woman who is attractive by like societal standards, like at least like, I guess you could say like she gets a pass by most dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like any girl is not ugly, essentially. It's like, I mean, your vibes can be different talking to her versus like if you're just talking to one of your boys. You know what I'm saying? So when a guy who's gay is talking to you, you know, probably he's feeling the same thing instinctually because at the end of the day, he's a dude. You know what I mean? And maybe Lucas, maybe you're different. I don't know. But like, I don't know about you guys. I think with my dick a lot. Like I do. You know what I mean? Sometimes. And I think a lot of guys do think with the dicks. And so like, I imagine a gay guy talking to me is probably thinking with his dick. You know what I mean? And so if a gay dude's talking to me and if I could tell he's like into me, I'm usually just like, thanks, bro. Yo, so good meeting you, buddy. Yo, like I'm all like, yeah. You go, champ. Yep, cool. All right, like just super like, hey, buddy, how's it going, bro? You know what I mean?
Do either of you have like genuine gay friends, like gay guy friends?
No, I don't.
No, I don't have any either. Really, like that. I would consider my friends. I'm friendly with
acquaintances.
Yeah, and I actually don't know many of my straight friends with gay friends. So I know the only straight friends I know with gay friends are the straight girls I know. And I guess that's an interesting thing. Like, I guess gay dudes and straight dudes kind of don't hang out in the same social settings because it's more of like feminine energy, and
For sure.
gay dudes tend to want to.
I find a lot of gay guys though. You know why you see a lot of gay guys really confident?
Yeah.
I feel like being a gay guy is so fucking emotionally challenging because you're like shamed by society and you're shamed by like maybe your family, your friends, your upbringing, whatever the fuck it is, right? It's like it's probably harder than just being a normal, like a straight white male. Being a gay dude is probably way harder. Like 100%. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's probably what it is.
There's a lot of countries out there that still don't accept people that consider themselves gay.
Yeah, so think about this. Then you have to develop yourself into being like this like socially puppet master dude. So I know a lot of gay guys are like really manipulative,
but
kind of.
also very successful.
Yeah, that's
and these are, I think, because of how their upbringing and the challenges they faced in their upbringing and the survival tactics they've kind of naturally learned through literally having to survive sometimes.
Yeah,
it's
literally.
like sometimes literally life and death. And because they grew all these like skills in order to overcome that, then they leverage that into business, into entrepreneurship, and they're already like a step ahead. I also have like a little working theory that gay dudes have less distractions than straight dudes. I think because gay dudes tend to kind of be more focused on business and success, and I think straight dudes are more focused on getting pussy. So,
well, you know what it is, the gay dudes? It's like, think about this,
in
right?
the early development.
Think about this, right? Gay guys, if like this, maybe it's a stereotype, but if you want to get laid as a gay guy, you go to a gay bar and just get drunk. And there's guys gonna hit on you and you're just, like, it's like, I'm a guy. I've been a gay. I like to pick up girls at gay bars, by the way, because I used to go to Church Street with my ex-girlfriend and pick up girls together. The girls would always want my girlfriend, but gay guys always hit on me.
Okay.
And
yeah, it makes sense.
Like I'm like, and this is like before the rhinoplasty.
Yeah,
shit,
now
you know what I mean?
especially, dude. Now especially,
yeah.
you'd get mauled.
Yeah, no, and it's like the crazy thing is like,
no, okay, maybe not.
I think even like the least attractive gay guys get hit on, and it's easy to get laid, pretty much. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I actually I've never asked a gay guy that if they've noticed that they have like gay friends that are complaining that they're not getting laid.
Yeah, well,
I've never had
an issue.
I've never had that presented to me. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna go with I don't think so.
I like that you don't just assume, because I'm just assuming, but like, just from what I've heard, friends I know, it's like, yeah I don't know.
Fair enough.
Why are we talking about this?
We went on the
because a girl decided to date girls instead of me.
Oh wow! I can't believe we're still on. Yeah, that's right.
I love it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But no, I do think it's really interesting because I almost feel like the journey of being a gay guy is very similar to like the journey of like going on to do like pickup artistry.
Dude, by the way, I made that connection live here right now. Like I was thinking about that while we were talking about that and the development they had in their upbringing, and I was like, wait, that's literally the development a lot of these guys have had in terms of being coach, in terms of mentoring, in terms of self-improvement, all that stuff. And it's almost like it's there's a lot of parallels to draw from.
Yeah, of course.
Did you guys also notice that most of the girls that you meet are bisexual?
So I think all women are bisexual by nature, and there's science to back this up. I don't know if you could call it science, but evolutionary theory to back it up.
I don't know if all of them are.
I've noticed the frequency that girls are telling me they're bisexual is increasing throughout the years.
Yeah.
So
I said most of them, not all of them, because
okay. So can I just drop some knowledge real quick? Back in the caveman days, here's what we had. We had Genghis Khan or other tribal leader fucking dudes or whatever, rulers of societies and tribes and whatever. You go in, you kill all the men in the enemy tribe. You kidnap the women. Okay. So what happened is throughout human history, we had more women alive spreading their genes than men. Because men go out, fight in wars, die, right? You had more women pass on the genetics than guys. Pretty much almost no men throughout history pass on the genetics. Like statistically speaking, almost no men pass on the genes. But almost all women did. Okay?
Okay.
Like almost all women to ever live had children, and almost no men did. Because it's so competitive, right? And so what you find is you'd have a lot of guys who, like the rulers are just surrounded with women because, like, think about this, right? The men go off fighting wars and they die. And then what happened is there was more women surviving than men. simply put. So a lot of women had to get used to being around like one guy, and there's like a dozen women there. And so this is just like what I've studied and what I've read and what I've
It's
learned
super
about.
interesting, by the way. I'm learning.
I studied the shit out of this because I've always been really curious. I love evolutionary psychology. And so, and obviously I'm like paraphrasing what I remember from these studies I read. But long story short, is because there's more women than men, women had to kind of just get used to not having a lot of guys around and being able to survive without lots of guys. So they had to just get used to sharing a mate. So there's a saying, a woman rather share an alpha than be stuck with a beta, right? Because the alpha
Makes total sense, by the way.
of course. Well, the alpha's not just providing resources, but he's providing structure in the tribe. You know what I'm saying? The beta can't do that.
Yeah, and no girl wants to date someone who's incompetent.
Exactly. And like socially incompetent. It really comes down to being socially alpha, but not in a way that's like, not saying like be over aggressive, but being a guy who's actually a leader.
Yeah. So
You know what I mean?
people often mistake that word. And okay, alpha, even if there is no actual alpha or beta or whatever, what we mean by that is not a guy that's just aggressive and wants to fight everyone, or the guy that's just like the most jacked, or the guy that's most socially adjusted. And the one that's leading, and the one that's people are looking in for leadership. Like people that want to, someone that's actually directing something in the tribe that's going on and like
100%.
planning stuff, telling people, hey, go pick those berries.
Yeah.
That guy's an alpha.
Because ultimately, we're all social creatures, and we survive if we can perform well within a tribe. And if you can't do that, you're going to kick. Probably, I'm assuming back in the day, if you can't work with the people that is in your tribe, you're gonna get kicked out, and they're not gonna feed you.
It's true.
You know?
But the thing is, that's why women are bisexual, because
Oh yeah, I forgot that was a
that's
point of that.
literally why women are bisexual.
Wait, because I guess I've been around women, and I guess
I think it's just something that I kind of developed. But and so like my theory is women are either bisexual or in denial.
so. I've talked to some women that are very much told me that they're very much not bisexual. They're like, they do not ever want to be with a girl. They don't find them sexually attractive. I don't know if it was just them telling me that in the moment, telling me what I want to hear. Actually, I'm leaning towards they're not. I'm leaning towards, you know, what,
I think not everyone.
they were straight, and I don't think all women are bisexual. Maybe
My ex-girlfriend
more
told
than
me
we
that, by the way.
think, but not all.
Everything
of
you're
them.
saying right
No.
now, my ex-girlfriend told me that. And then one day she called me and she's like, you know what? I just masturbated to lesbian porn. Can we start experimenting with women? She used to tell me like I'm 100% straight, never been with a girl, never want to, blah, 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 blah.
Do you
And
think
then we
it's
end
a
up having
similar-
like 30 threesomes.
Do you think it's a similar thing to when girls say they don't have babies and then they suddenly do?
Yeah,
And then
I think
wait,
so.
so girls are suddenly bisexual? They just realize.
You know what's even, we can get even weirder here.
Babies are like a hormonal change, though. You know.
Yeah,
get
but maybe
even weirder here.
bisexualism is a hormonal change.
Yeah. We can get even weirder here. We can even say sexuality is a spectrum because you know like ancient Greek warriors used to like fuck each other in the ass.
Wait, Justin, are you bisexual?
No, I'm not at all. Like I don't feel instinctual attraction towards men at all whatsoever.
Maybe one day you'll have.
I almost
hormonal
wish
change.
I fucking did so I can understand it, but I can't. I can't understand what it's like to be attracted to guys. I just don't feel that. Like it even used to, I almost felt like autistic with like, I couldn't even tell what guys are attractive or not. I had to like almost like logically learn what physically makes a guy attractive, because with women I could just look at women, I'm like, okay, she's attractive or she's not.
Right.
But with guys I didn't understand what makes a guy physically attractive or not. I had to like kind of learn what girls find attractive and kind of like break it down. You know, it's really weird. But the thing is like, is that my thing or is that society's programming of like being straight? I don't know. Who knows?
What, in terms of attractiveness in guys?
I do think women are more likely to be like bisexual or on like more fluid on the spectrum.
No, I would agree
for
with that.
sure.
I would agree with that. I would agree that women are more likely.
I'm curious how much of like society's pressure makes us.
But there is a lot of societal pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, there's a lot of women. So I think pretty much all women are bisexual, but society makes a lot of women just not okay with it, not accepting with their sexuality. But I think for the most part, like probably like 80% of guys are like straight, and then there's like 20% of guys are like bi or gay, and there's like 10% of guys are like gay or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
know.
Yeah. No. Maybe. I'm sure there's a statistic. I'm sure there's actually like a broken down
I'm really curious.
statistic about this. Yeah.
Trippy shit, dude. But yeah, no, like girls being bi and stuff. I kind of want to stop talking about gay dudes. I'm just
I'm wondering when this tangent's gonna end.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like I'm feeling gayer as the moment. As like the longer time about this, I'm like, No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I feel like I do respect like whatever a person chooses their.
Yeah. Yeah. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
to be honest, and honestly, I hope I don't get canceled for saying this. I don't like hanging out with gay guys.
Okay.
And the reason is
Go
because
on.
I find that they're very manipulative. And I just don't feel like I can. I had a gay friend in college, and like it's like stereotyping. Like I don't like hanging out with fucking Chinese people because whatever. You know what I mean? It's like racist or homophobic, but that's not where it's coming from. I had this really, I wouldn't just call him like a good friend, but I thought he was, and he was always like trying to manipulate me into having sex with him. And I realized I'm like, this guy's really manipulative. And then like I found like almost every time I ever try to have gay friends, it'd always be like really manipulative. Not even just to me, but to everyone around them. And I saw that. I'm like, so then where are they like subtly manipulating me?
Would you say you gave most people a chance to be your friend growing up?
Yeah.
Like when someone came up to you and tried to be your friend, you'd let them in and you'd give them a chance. And
A lot of people, yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was your criteria? Did you have a criteria for making
Not
a friend?
much like friends. Just like I think I'm still like that, but I'm a lot more.
By the way,
picky
I was gonna go to that. You let a lot of people in. You're actually a very open guy in terms of someone going up to you and saying hello.
Yeah.
And it's on social media or online, people wouldn't expect that.
Yeah,
People wouldn't expect that they see Justin Marc on the street and you could go up to him and say hello and he'll probably like have a little conversation with you or even invite you out that night.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
no, I do all the time.
And like to his like $1 million penthouse and have the most amazing party of your life just by going up to you and saying hello. And
Crazy,
a lot of people don't realize that's an actual possibility in terms of your character. And that says a lot about you.
Trippy,
by the way.
yeah.
And that's probably why you're so afraid of being manipulated and taken advantage of, because you know that about yourself.
Yeah, no, it's very true.
It's not that you hate gay guys, you hate people that try to
I never said I hate gay guys at all whatsoever. I just don't want to. I don't hate. I'm very like indifferent. I don't give a fuck.
Now that we've established that you are a homophobe,
I feel like it's an interviewer for like CNN or something.
That's honestly what it is. It's just I don't like hanging out with people.
you know
who are
what?
manipulative.
I was like, the whole time when I'm sitting here, I'm like, how politically correct should I be? Is this?
I don't care.
I hop on this podcast with these guys and then I'm immediately canceled.
Dude, you know the crazy thing is, like, I hang out with gay guys all the fucking time. All the time. I hang out with gay guys all the time, though. That's the thing. I do. We go to the parties. Like, I mean, I don't want to name dudes. You know what I mean? I don't want
Yeah.
But like, you know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm thinking about. Like some of the parties we had in the summer and stuff like that. But it's just like, I don't want to build, like if I'm going to build a friendship with someone, I want to make sure they're very like, someone I can trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I have a lot of people around me that I'm like friends with, but I'm not talking about I'm talking about like actual friendship. You know what I mean? It's
So,
like,
I have a question. What if one of your close guy friends that you've been friends for years turned out one day to be gay?
you're coming out to me. So I was in Australia with Alfredo.
Yeah.
We're driving. He's Justin, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, yo, I don't want you to judge me, bro, but I'm bisexual.
I totally see Alfredo doing that just to fuck with you. That's something Alfredo would totally do.
He did that to fuck with me, and I looked at him and I was like, shit. I looked at him like, damn. I was like, makes sense. That's literally what I said. I'm like, this guy's like my friend for years, and I'm literally thinking, I'm like, damn, dude.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking about all the times we were like naked in the same room together because we were living together.
I have a
we
funny
like
story.
fucking like locker room showers and stuff like that.
I
and
had
I'm
a
just
similar-
like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. All those times he was like pretending to be gay because he like played football. He's all sports. Like he's like one of those like gay dudes like, slap your ass with a towel and shit. And I'm just like, oh God. Was he like hitting on me? What the fuck was that? And I'm like, shit. He's what? Then I'm like, all right, cool. I literally told him like, honestly, bro, you're my friend. I don't give a fuck. We're boys. Like, I don't give a shit. Right? I would totally be cool with it. 100%.
Dude,
We'd still be friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100% with me too.
What if he wanted to date you?
No, that'd be fucked up. I'd be like, yo, bro, what's up, man? So, you're my boy. That's it. You're my boy.
the deep voice.
Justin will talk to Alfredo in that deep voice for the rest of his life.
Every time I see him, I'm like,
He'll actually,
He'll live with Alfredo and just have to have that deep voice 24/7.
yo,
but things he might like
what's
you
up,
more
champ?
for being
What's going on?
for putting that deep
good to
voice
see you,
on.
buddy.
So
Wait, Alfredo's bisexual?
No, he's not. He was joking.
no, so
It's a joke.
confirmed. So I actually had a similar thing, and this was actually
We're still on the gay topic.
okay, whatever. But this is hilarious. This is a great story. So I this one time, me and my best friends, like me and my like 4 or 5 best friends, we go to Mont Tremblant, which is like a ski resort, and we get this place, a cabin, like a nice little like Airbnb, and then this Airbnb so happens to have a hot tub in it, and we have the plan in our minds. We're gonna go and do shrooms in this hot tub before we leave the ski resort, and so we get the shrooms, and it's night is falling, and then we're in our Airbnb room. Before we take the shrooms, actually, right after we took the shrooms, we all took our shrooms, and then we turn on the TV. And guess what happens when we turn on the TV? A commercial comes on, and you know what the commercial says? The first thing, and this is exactly in the moment that we turned on the TV, a commercial pops up and says, "Do drugs in a hot tub." That's
weird.
Right when we turn on the TV, a commercial pops up and it says, "Do drugs in a hot tub."
Wait, so the commercial's not advertising that you do drugs?
I don't know what this commercial was. I don't know where it came from. I don't even know.
They just said the words "do drugs in a hot tub,"
and it like had a little visual.
Were you high already at this point?
We just took the shrooms, like literally a minute before, and I got on the bed, turned on the TV, and it said, "Do shrooms in a hot tub."
It said "do shrooms" or "do drugs"?
Do drugs in a hot tub.
The TV's like, "Do drugs."
Dude, it blew my mind. I think I said "what the fuck" in the top of my lungs like 15 times, and everyone was freaking out. And
did everyone see it too?
Everyone saw it. I'm not the only person that saw it. Yeah, I'm not the only person that saw it. So it wasn't like a hallucination or anything. It was real.
Maybe you guys were collectively hallucinating.
We manifested it. So we go to this hot tub, and we're sitting in the hot tub, and we're in our underwear, and then and then we start tripping, right? We start tripping. It's going well, existential like questions, whatever, the shroom stuff, right? That wraps up. We end up going back to the Airbnb room, and we're sharing 2 beds. So I was in a bed with my friend, and then next to us was 2 of my other friends, and I'm sitting in this bed, and then it dawns on me suddenly. I don't know how. I don't know why. Dots started connecting in my brain.
That's what mushrooms does, bro.
That the guy next to me, my friend, one of my best friends, was gay. Why did I think that? It's because he's this guy that, by the way, this guy slayed women. This guy, used to like be a giant like fuck boy. He's in a relationship now, good guy, and he went through all these like accomplishments in his mind of like being with women, but I thought in my mind at that time I was like, this guy's just compensating because he's gay. He's just trying to prove that he's not gay by being straight.
Wait,
I don't know why
he's in a relationship with another guy.
No. He's in a relationship with a girl now.
So he's not gay.
Well, let me get to that.
Okay.
So I'm freaking out, and I say to my friends, guys, I just realized something. And then without skipping a beat, the guy next to me is like, guys, I just realized something too. And I'm like, what? And he's like, what? And then we look at each other, and then he's like, dude, I'm writing all this down. And I'm like, what are you writing down? What did you realize? And he's like, I can't tell you. And I'm like, okay. I start writing shit down on my phone too, that this guy's gay.
Like, this guy's gay. He's gay.
And then that wraps up. And then 3 months later, I'm in my friend's living room, and I'm in my friend's living room, and I look at him, and I'm like, man, it doesn't matter. You can tell me. I love you either way. I don't care. Just tell me, dude, are you gay? And then he looks at me and he's like, why are you asking if I'm gay? And I remind him of our shroom trip at Mont Tremblant, and he starts laughing. He starts cracking up. He looks at me and he's like, you know what my realization was? That our friend, the other friend next to us, was gay. So he connected dots that made him realize another one of our friends was gay. And then he calls that friend, and then that guy starts laughing. Apparently, because we were all in like underwears together, or we all shared the same bed, we got all these weird thoughts and weird connections that made no logical sense, and we just thought every single one of us was just like homo as fuck.
You're gay. And everyone's writing down. I was like, he's homo. He's gay.
That's exactly what happened.
Was anyone like out of the group being like, oh, this guy's gay, don't like this guy anymore because he's gay?
No. So,
cool?
Dude,
like,
every single one was like, I love you no matter what, but just tell me. And no, apparently none of us are gay. So yeah, we're still not sure about one guy though. But yeah,
good friend group though. That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, no, we love each other no matter what. Even if my best friend turns out gay, I'm not gonna ever like disown him or whatever. I love him no matter what.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. I think the only way I disown someone is if my son was gay. Just get in my house. Okay.
Fucking around.
I don't honestly know how to handle that.
Yeah, well, actually, my younger sister came out to me.
It's cool.
Yeah, and she came out to. It was really cute. She so my younger sister, I basically like we lived together since she was 14 and until I was like 20. So for those 6 years, it was just like me and her basically. And one day when she's like in 12th grade, she comes up to me and is like, I have to tell you something. And, I don't want you to be mad, or I don't want you to like hate me or anything. And I was like, listen, how about I write it down on a paper before you tell me? And then you look at the paper after, just so you know. Okay. So I didn't know at that time. At this point, by the way, I was freaking out internally when she told me this, because I was like, oh, what is it? Like, did she do something wrong? Did she do something? Like, I didn't know she was about to come out to me. So I took a pen, I took a paper, and I look at the paper and I'm about to write down a word, and I didn't know what I was going to write.
What were you going to, wait, what?
I didn't know. I was bluffing. I was like trying to calm her down through this like tactic, but I didn't think it through. So I go and I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the paper. I'm like, okay, what should I write? And then I write lesbian on it. Because I thought, worst case scenario, maybe that's it. Or not worst case scenario, but like worst case scenario, like she didn't like murder someone, So I fold it up and I give it to her. And then she takes it and then she tells me, yeah, she said at the time she was bisexual. And then I was like, okay, look at the paper. She looks at the paper and then she's like, oh my God, how did you know? And I played it off like I knew the whole time. I played it off like I knew like for years. I was like, yeah. And obviously I didn't treat you any differently. I knew.
That's amazing.
I didn't want, and I think that gave her so much comfort and relief that her like older brother, despite her being, bisexual or lesbian, didn't treat her any different before. And now that she came out, she's not going to get treated any different anyway. Yeah.
You're going to make me cry.
Yeah, so
that's beautiful.
So I think that was a good little thing for her.
That was amazing, dude. That's amazing, dude. What the fuck? Who is this guy? Man?
Well, it was like kind of dumb luck, but yeah.
No, that's crazy, man. No, you handled it really well. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I actually think about it, it's like I don't know if my brother came out to being gay, like this is my fucking brother, dude. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Oh, definitely.
I mean? Yeah. But I don't know. It's just like if it was my son, I'd have to disown him though. I don't think I ever get. All jokes aside, but like, you know what? At the end of the day, all that matters is who you are, right? And the content of your character. So I don't think I would care. It definitely like changed dynamics a little bit.
Yeah, obviously that.
If anything,
you can't say it won't.
Bro, if my sister came out to me as a lesbian, I'd kind of almost be relieved. It's like, okay, you don't have to deal with the fuckboys.
I was just talking about that today. I actually felt some relief. I was like, okay, good.
Yeah.
no. Like I didn't want to imagine guys hitting on my sister.
Yeah, bro, fuck that.
Yeah.
I've invited my sister at parties and I've seen guys hitting on her, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Does that creep you out?
It does. Well,
what is that experience like?
It's my older sister, right?
Yeah.
And so growing up, I've always almost seen her as like an authority, but now I'm like the authority of my own life. So now it's just weird. So it's like, I feel like a weird, like almost instinct of being defensive and protective while also being like, she's my older sister. She can do what the fuck she wants. She's a full grown adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as long as here's an example. If some random drunk dude's at our party and he slaps her ass, I'll probably knock him the fuck out. I swear to God. Like, you know what I mean? But
Justin was on the football team, by the way.
Bryson.
No, like I don't know how I'd even handle that, dude. Like I'm just like waiting for that kind of thing to happen, just so like I can like fuck someone up. I swear to God, that's
more
like
like,
how I feel.
Hey Lucas, fuck that guy up.
I don't know how to explain it, dude. It's just like you have a sister, you understand?
Yeah, I know, 100%,
I mean?
dude. I know. It's like protective.
But it's also she's my older sister, so if she wants to do her own fucking thing,
I can imagine you like really confronting someone for that. Yeah.
It would be fucking weird, dude. It would be weird. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to cock block her if she wants to meet some cool dude that she wants to date.
Isn't that so interesting? Imagine, I'm not saying your sister, imagine a sister. You said you had a sister and it wasn't like I've seen some brother and sister relationships where they're very open with each other and like they go and party with each other and like, the brother runs off with the girl runs off with the guy and it's all fine. And I've seen families like that. But let's say we don't live in a family like that, hypothetically, in this scenario.
I don't have that dynamic.
I don't have that dynamic either. And say there was in that situation, now your sister actually just wanted to hook up with a guy at a party you were at.
So fucking weird, dude.
And then she was actually just leaving with the guy. What would your reaction be?
Again, she's my older sister, her choice, whatever. Like, cool, have fun, be safe, bye.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't be like...
Very mature.
I wouldn't be like weird about it.
Yeah.
But...
You'd feel a type of way though.
I don't know. Honestly, the way you just described it, I don't think I would.
Okay.
Dude, I've hooked up with girls while my sister's at the parties.
Yeah, fair.
Like a bunch of parties, like a ton. I even told her, I'm like, I was just in a room with the girl. She's like, ew.
Yeah.
Right? But her doing it would be very different.
She's pretty comfortable with your lifestyle at this point.
Yeah, at this point.
I think your whole family is now.
It took a lot to get up there.
Yeah.
I came from a very conservative Catholic Indian family. It was very strange.
Have you talked about it?
I try not to talk about this stuff tonight, but like, me and sister cool.
Okay.
But I try not to, like, we just don't talk about like weird relationship stuff.
Okay.
Like not like relationship stuff, yeah, but like sexual shit, it's weird as fuck. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, it's like, yeah, I don't think I'd care. Like, just my sister, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause me and my brother have like it's totally normal. He's like one of the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'd be cool. But the issue would be like if it's if like someone's like disrespecting her or something like that, or like some guy's hitting on her and like being a cunt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't like it.
Yeah. Well,
That's
obviously.
But I think we'd be like that with any girl. Any girl in our house.
Honestly,
parties.
even a friend of mine, or even not even a friend. If someone that was invited into some place that I invited them, I would definitely make sure they're safe.
Yeah,
that's always our priority. First of all, whenever we have an event,
the three of us, by the way, just because we've all thrown a lot of parties together, like we're all really good at that.
Yeah. So
really good at that,
first and foremost, it's like safety of the people we invite.
For sure.
And that means like no one's getting taken advantage of. No one's getting if anyone's looking like they need any help, we're there to help,
Yep.
and they know they could come to us for help.
True.
And that's happened many times where
I
mean, it's not like happened many times, but it's happened where we're the people that they come to for help
Yeah,
in
of
terms
course.
of, hey, you know what, this person, we don't want to talk to them, and it's like, okay, dude, like,
Yeah, it's a different story if it's our own party that we're throwing compared to just a random guy from like a random club, you know?
yeah,
I feel way different. I don't have any sisters, but I do have girlfriends that come out with me. And there's many times where they would go home with some random dude, and like that random dude is like someone that I thought I knew, and then they'd come back and be like, "Oh, that guy was like so creepy and shit." And then you should have told me. I'm like, "Fuck," you know? Like,
yeah, fair enough.
my bad. Like I've known that guy for years. Didn't know he was that creepy towards girls.
Right.
A lot of guys to guys, like your male to male relationship is all like, yo, what's up, buddy? Yo, how's it going? And you think they're cool. And then like the girls go home with them and they're like, this guy's a fucking weirdo. And like, I even had the realizations, like a lot of like guys I thought are like really cool guys are just not. Like I know these really cool dudes I met in Cuba, like 5-6 years ago. And he came to one of our parties and he's like, multiple girls complain about him. And it's like, it's not that he's doing anything like over the top. He's just like a little bit socially uncalibrated because he's like awkward and shy. Because I've hung out with him and other girls and he wasn't coming off creepy at all. But he is just because he lacks social experience. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Well, yeah, but then a lot of times people get called creepy unjustly as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's you have to kind of use your better judgment when dealing with that scenario,
Definitely.
right? So,
like for example, I don't want to name names, but you have a friend the other day, who's a little bit drunk, right, at the party we're having, and the girls that you brought were friends with were like, oh, like, and they weren't actually alleging anything or saying anything. They were just saying like he's weird.
Yeah,
but it's because he was drunk. That's it.
And I think he was going through something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and so
he was going through something.
It's these dynamics are always really interesting.
That's why we're very selective with the people that we bring around our close friends.
You remember my birthday party? Like, remember you guys were there? Yeah, the birthday party.
Yeah, we were at your birthday party.
Wait, were you there?
Mm-hmm. No. Birthday party at your place? Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember. Anyway, and then these 3 random black dudes. That was Alfredo's birthday party.
Really?
Yeah. It was Alfredo's.
You didn't do acid on your birthday?
No. It was Alfredo's. Okay. So I don't think you're there. I think you were working. I think.
No, I came right after.
Anyway, 3 random black dudes showed up and I'm like, who the fuck are you guys? I actually knew one of them, but I didn't invite him. So I'm like, hey man, respectfully get the fuck out of my house. This is my private event. It's my birthday party. And I just felt the instinct to like, I was flipping my shit. Because these guys started a fight in my house on my birthday while my sister and brother are there and all my closest friends. And I just literally wanted to fuck these guys up. Like I was so fucking mad because it's like crashing a party and starting violence. Like that's fucking horrible, dude. You got to be like really careful. I think in life and anyone watching, they got to realize like if you're throwing parties, doing events, going out, hanging out with girls, all this stuff, you as a man, you need to be in control of the situation always. And you need to be able to de-escalate things, diffuse things, and be able to protect everyone around you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're really good at that. I think the 3 of us, because we've done so much events and stuff like that, and not using violence or aggression, but using social skills to de-escalate things. And
yeah, I had to kick some people out of the party last Friday, or help me and you both. Like
those 2 dudes?
Yeah, those 2 dudes. And then the way I handled it was just like kind of being cool with them, you know, guys like, you guys kind of got to go. And then I started like, I started cleaning up around them to make it seem like, we're packing up.
Yep.
So I started like putting jackets on the hood
Yeah.
and just like
I saw that.
very peacefully, just
Yep.
like, hey guys, like, you know what, it's kind of like the end of the night. And then they left. And then later on in the night, about 15 minutes later, I go to the lobby. They're still there. They go up to me and they're like, hey man, we really appreciate how you handle that. You're really cool. And then I was like, oh yeah, no worries, bro.
I think it was a bit of a dick. I wasn't like overly a dick, but I was like kind of stern because like I know I asked them to leave. There's random guys in my house.
Yeah.
I didn't invite. One of the girls invited them after I told them not to invite any guys. And dude, how do girls do that? I'm like, the girls ask me for permission to bring guys over.
Okay,
like,
so that's something we have to address. We have to address that a private party, a penthouse party, or even a condo party or a mansion party or a house party is not a club. It's not a bar. It's not a club. A private venue is not the same as a nightclub. You cannot just walk in. You cannot just invite people. You cannot just have a +1. You cannot just be like, oh, I know somebody, I can come in. That's not how it works.
Yeah, so these girls asked me, can I bring 2 guys? And I said, absolutely not. And they're like, why not? I'm like, because it's my fucking house. Because I fucking live here. Yeah. I pay the electricity bill. And because this is my fucking house.
For everyone listening or watching, imagine someone goes into your house, sits in your couch, and then you're like, what? What are you doing here?
Well, that's exactly what happened. I'm like, who are these guys? So I walk over to them. I'm like, hey man, I shook their hands. I'm like, hey man, nice to meet you. My name's Justin. I live here. Who invited you? And they're like, oh, this girl did. And I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting. I told her not to invite anyone. She asked me if she could invite guys. And I said, no. So I'm sorry, you got to leave. And they're like, they look at me and they're like, we're not leaving. And I'm like, I don't think you understood. This is a negotiation.
Yeah.
I live here.
Now
this is my house.
Now can you imagine someone goes into your house, sits on your couch, and you're like, hey, can you leave? And they're like, no. Like, can you imagine that scenario in your head?
Yeah.
No,
it's
they're
crazy,
trespassing. Yeah.
They're literally trespassing.
Yeah.
And I already told them sternly, I'm like, this is a negotiation. This is my house. I have security cameras everywhere. You need to leave.
Yeah.
But I wasn't a dick. I wasn't swearing at them. I wasn't overly aggressive. I was just stern, respectful. I'm like, okay, cool, bye. And then I pulled the girls aside. I'm like, hey, you invited these guys. I didn't say you can invite guys. I don't like random guys in my house. These guys need to leave. Right?
Fair enough.
There we go.
Fair enough, yeah.
Problem solved.
They were cool after that, though. They were just like...
No, they were actually really chill.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. I don't want to be the dick, but it's like, bro, if I start fucking letting every girl bring random guys to my fucking house, our parties are going to be a sausage fest, horrible ratio. And on top of that, my house gets trashed because random people are in my fucking house.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys know it's probably going to be their first and last time there, so they just like maximize the fun. And by maximizing the fun, they're like, oh, let's turn up in this penthouse.
Let's wear shoes and walk on his hardwood floors and jump on the couch and drink all the booze and hit on the girls and be a douche.
Yeah. So they just try to maximize their experience.
That's and then they live in the house.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's that simple. Yeah, like if you want to be a guy who's getting invited to high level parties, by the way.
Speaking of parties, how good was that New Year's Eve party?
Fucking nuts.
Loved it. Yeah, that's great.
Can we just talk, Matt? Can we talk a little bit about New Year's? Let's just.
Yeah,
we need to talk about this.
Talk about New Year's. How was that?
It's fucking nuts. It's crazy.
So what did we have? We had a New Year's. We had a chef. We had a DJ.
It wasn't just. It was. We had a catering company privately make a charcuterie board with dragon fruit and all this like gourmet fucking food.
So private penthouse party that has a DJ.
The DJ was the DJ of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Matt.
I don't know if we can say that.
Never mind. It wasn't. It was just a DJ.
Allegedly.
No, we had a couple DJs that night.
We had a dude, just fucking crazy, man. That was a nuts party. Open bar, bartender, security, guest list, 5-to-1 ratio of girls to guys. So how many people do you guys think came the whole night? Total. Coming and going?
Probably 200.
200 people.
Yeah.
So I would say it was maximum of 40 guys, meaning we had 160 women or so. Probably more. So it was like, my guesstimate was 40 guys, 180 girls. That was
by the way, that's a perfect ratio even for girls. Girls don't want to be in a sausage fest. Girls want to talk to girls sometimes. Girls want to hang out with the girls and then get hit on by the guys. And girls don't want to be the only option. Girls want to feel special that they got picked by the few guys.
And the guys that we did invite are like the coolest guys we know.
They're so cool.
They're all millionaires. Every single guy who we invited was a 7, 8, or 9-figure business owner. Do you realize that? It was fucking crazy.
It was good.
They're all a bit like the Weed Posters guys. Shout out to Weed Posters. Really cool marijuana company. The owner of Daydream, the drinks company, was there with his girlfriend. And so Daydream and Weed Posters sponsored the event, handing out weed, handing out hemp-infused soda water. It was really fucking cool. We had, what else? We had a lot going on, dude.
Yeah, it was fun.
A lot of, dude, most of the girls.
Fire pit, hot tub.
We had a girl there with 1.2 million YouTube subscribers. Don't remember her name. A lot of the girls had hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram.
Are you guys going to talk about what happened?
We're gonna talk about what happened. I ended up hooking up with a girl because this girl just like soliciting me for sex. She's grabbed me. She's like, "You didn't understand the first time." I'm like, "Understand what?" And then she like winks at me and then kisses my cheek, and I'm like, "Are you coming on to me?" I'm like so like delusional, like almost like Asperger's. And I'm like, this girl kissed my cheek and like winked at me, and then I'm like, "Are you coming on to me? Are you hitting on me?"
What's her story?
What?
What's her story?
She was hitting. What's her story?
Yeah. Who is this character?
She is an Instagram model with 200,000 followers who has her husband there, and they were there since the beginning. They were the first people to show up. They showed up at like 8 p.m. They brought booze. They were super sweet the whole time. They're super nice people.
So this girl with the husband kissed your cheek and was sitting on it?
She was, well, they're engaged, so they're going to get married. She had a nice ring on her finger, and then she brought, so I asked her, I'm like, are you trying to hook up with me? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, is your husband okay with that? I think she just like shrugged. I'm like, all right, let's go. And I took her, I have like a secret little entrance to my room because I locked the room and I go around the balcony door. It's really cool. It's like little like, come on, go around the balcony. And then she calls her husband, tells him where to go. And then he comes in and then like starts like watching me fuck his wife. And I'm just like, what the fuck? You guys are crazy. But I think, you know what's, it sounds nuts. And at first I was thinking this guy's insane. But after getting to know the guy, like after like the whole weird sexual experience of this guy just like watching me fuck his wife. Because I asked him, I'm like, so are you gay, straight, bi? And he's like, no, I'm 100% straight. He just wants his wife to have a fucking good time. And so I invited him.
What do you think of that?
Personally, I mean, hey, not for me. I couldn't do that myself. I think they have a great relationship, to be honest. It seems very healthy.
Would you be friends with someone like that?
I'm friends with him now.
Would you become close friends, do you think?
I want to become close friends with him. He's the coolest motherfucker I've met in such a long time.
Okay.
And the first time I met him, I was like, okay, this guy's insane. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? But then I just talked, we hung out 2 times after that. And I'm like, this guy's fucking awesome. He's so cool. He's a fucking lawyer and he's killing it and he makes money and he's just like, and he honestly just a nice fucking guy. He's just a really good dude.
Yeah, from the interactions I've had with him,
he's a really nice guy, dude.
Respectful, pleasant.
He's super fucking cool. Yeah. And so he came to our party last week and he ended up taking 3 girls back from our party and having an orgy with all of them. So he's also a savage because he's just like shy little kind of like Indian guy.
You'd be surprised how much that happens.
But he's a savage, bro.
Yeah.
He just fucked 4 girls in a night last weekend.
That's crazy.
I'm like, what a fucking animal. So I guess him and his girl are just like open-minded swingers who just like fucking slay, dude. Dude, he is killing it in life. Yeah, and like, I want to pick his brain more. He seems really intelligent. And I'm told I respect the shit out of him, even though maybe I'm biased because I fucked his wife. You know what I mean?
I think that does make you a little biased, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Well, he let me fuck his wife. The least I could do is respect the man a little bit. You know what I mean?
You had so much sex that night.
Yeah, I think I sex like 8 or 9 times.
I brought 6 of my Tinder dates that was scheduled to. So basically, I have a lot of these like Tinder dates I need to schedule, but it was like a great opportunity at that party, just like bring them all at once and meet them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure Justin had sex with 2 or 3 of them before I could even talk to them.
Yep. I asked you for permission. Oh, to be fair, one of his Tinder dates was also a Tinder date of mine because I also taught Matt. So on the last podcast we did, because I took a little bit of LSD and I just went on a rant about Tinder. And after we ended the podcast, I helped Matt optimize his Tinder. He went from 0 matches. He literally had 0 matches on Tinder to like in 4 days, 400 matches. Online-seduction.com. Anyway, it's a side note. So I created a course obviously about how to pick up girls off Tinder, online seduction. I taught Matt those skills.
How'd you get the course?
Killed it. No, like actually, I'm not just trying to plug my course, but like Matt, literally, I taught him the shit. He killed on Tinder, and now he's matching the same girls on Tinder that I'm matching with, and he's inviting them to the party before I can even fucking.
So I got 6 of them come out in one night. What
was your experience like?
I hooked up with 2 of them. Yeah.
My experience, like, oof. I don't know. I was just getting drunk. Yeah. I was just enjoying the party. I don't know.
Yeah. So
it wasn't as wild as Justin.
No, but Matt was in like God mode, dude. He was glowing. He was like in social like savage mode, dude. It was great.
I did invite a lot of girls that like me though.
Yeah,
I invited really a lot of girls that were really into me, and it was more about just like micromanaging the girls. He's taking a Snapchat story.
Taking a little Snapchat story.
So yeah, so just doing micromanaging, and yeah, it was a good time.
Fair enough,
party. I think the biggest thing is like most of the girls that were in the party were very attractive.
They were, yeah.
They were all very attractive.
They were handpicked and selected by all of us.
This wasn't just a party. This was like, I mean, this is as good as it gets in Toronto. Like it was like influencer vibe. It was like everybody's somebody, Everyone was adding a fuck ton of value. Everyone was like high level networking. Like anyone you talk to was like someone of value, in my opinion, at the party.
My experience was very different than I guess you guys.
Wait, actually, before you even like go on your experience, because I forgot that moment where I was on the phone because my ex-girlfriend
All
called
right,
me.
yeah. And what was happening?
Okay, so
what was
yeah.
Can I
That's
explain it?
I'll
'Cause
let
it's fucking
Justin, 'cause
hilarious.
he's really gonna explain
Yeah.
it.
So I'm on the balcony and these girls like, I have to pee. I'm like, yeah, cool, no worries. You can use the extra, like, cause we have another room and there's a bathroom in it. I'm like, cool, you can use that room, the bathroom in there. And so this girl's like this YouTube chick with like over 1 million followers, or whatever. I'm trying to be like all buddy with her because I'm like, cool, whatever, like cool girl. And like I want to show her a good time. I want her to use the bathroom. So I'm bringing her to the bathroom. And I open the door. I just see the husband, like little Indian dude, on the ground jerking off. I see my client who's staying with me face fucking this chick, and I see her riding the cock of one of our friends. And so like this dude's wife's getting tag teamed. This dude, he's in the corner jerking off, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so like I come in, I shut the door. I see the girl. There's a girl passed out in the bed. So they're not even tag teaming the girl in the bed. They're tag teaming her in my roommate's closet.
Well, the reason why they're in the closet is because I was taking care of this girl that's passed out because apparently she puked or something.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like put her to bed because she was one of my Tinder dates that I hooked up with.
Yeah.
So I like trying to make her go to sleep. And
she drank way too much. Like we were pounding shots and shit. And then I remember seeing her puke, and then like I cleaned up her vomit and shit. I'm like, ew. And then she ended up passing out because it's New Year's.
So I was like next to her while she's sleeping, and all of a sudden my ex-girlfriend calls me, walks in with like everyone trying to jump in the bed while I was on the phone. Okay, so basically,
anyway, let me. Okay, we'll bleep it out. It doesn't matter. Okay. So I looked at Matt, and he's like in the corner. It looks like he's about to cry, and I'm like, Matt, what the fuck? And he's like, it's my ex-girlfriend, and his face is just like, fuck my life.
So
there's a threesome going on the other side of the room.
He's crying to his ex-girlfriend. Why? There's
exactly.
an orgy going
there's
around.
There's literally an orgy. I'm just like,
yeah, and be like, guys, stop trying to have an orgy in the same bed.
And then as that's happening,
girlfriend's like, what the fuck? Have fun. And then she's like trying to hang up on me.
Matt looks miserable. He looks so miserable. And the bathroom was occupied because our friend Kyle walked out of the room with a female because they were hooking up in the bathroom. Yeah. And the girls are just like, what? The YouTube chick is outside and she's like, what the fuck?
Can you imagine being invited to some party?
This dude on the ground jerking off.
You just want to go to the bathroom, and then there's a guy crying in a corner to his girlfriend. There's a giant orgy happening in a closet. There's a girl passed out on the bed, and there's a guy that just walked out of the washroom you wanted to go into with another girl.
And no, but the entrance of the fucking room, there's a guy on the floor jerking off naked.
Yeah. And then I forgot about that. Sorry.
He's a
forgot about that small detail.
He's a partner in his law firm. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man.
So there's this multi-millionaire partner in his law firm masturbating in a corner. You're just like, hey, what's up? Hey, dude. And then you go to the washroom.
So I was cleaning the bathroom the other day because I didn't even realize the toilet was clogged for like a week because I haven't even been in the bathroom, and I was cleaning it out and there's heroin needles in the bathroom.
That's
I'm like,
disgusting. I can't even.
I don't even know who the fuck that was or why.
Yeah, if you're watching this,
are you sure it was heroin needles?
I'm not sure, but like,
what
there
is
were
it,
needles.
Like steroids?
Unless someone was doing steroids in the bathroom, it's like, possible my client was doing steroids.
There's no way. What? No, there's no.
He could have been doing steroids.
Harold Hendricks? I can't imagine.
No, not Mr. Hendricks.
I don't think he was doing. I don't know. He told me he's done steroids before though. So like,
really?
I don't fucking know.
You could ask him.
But why would he flush needles down the toilet? He wouldn't do that. So someone was definitely like shooting something up in the bathroom.
He's a smart guy. He wouldn't do that.
It's fucking clean up. I don't fucking know, man. People are animals. Yeah. So literally yesterday, I spent 4 hours. Look, I can get maids. I got 2 maids, and they noped the fuck out of there. They went in the bathroom. They're like, no, I'm not touching this. Right? I had to clean up the entire fucking place. I paid maids.
By the way, we're heavily against drugs.
Super, like, heroin's, what the fuck? You want to become a crackhead? Fucking loser, bro? Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I deep cleaned the house. And I literally lit sage. My girlfriend for Christmas got me sage. And I literally lit sage around the entire house. I literally spent like an hour walking around with sage and incense and just like airing out the place. And like, I swear to God, I was saying prayers. I was saying like Catholic prayers while lighting sage and walk. I like trying to like bless the place because I was just like, this place feels like it's full of sin. It just feels very sinful.
Oh, it is. It is.
The plumber's coming tomorrow.
The plumber? Okay.
11 a.m.
So my experience was quite a bit different. If someone were to ask me how my New Year's went, I was like, I would just been like, wow, it was amazing. I spent some time with my friends. We, did the countdown, had a few drinks, just hung out, and then I went home. And unknown to me, while I was just having this wholesome time with my friends, there was an orgy happening, a tornado of orgies just in closed doors all around me. Like, who knows where? Like, when I was walking down the hallway, probably across, like the next room over, there was like a girl getting gangbanged or something.
Everyone is hooking up, dude.
Yeah.
I think every single guy who came
all of our close friends had sex at least 3 times.
Yeah. Dude,
night,
my realtor, my motherfucking realtor fucked 3 girls that night.
That's crazy.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
In your
Well, I mean,
My real estate agent.
So if you're a guy in Toronto and you want to go to New Year's party, you know where to go. Or if you're a girl in Toronto and wants to have a good time.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, everyone was happy. Like, people were telling me, like, this is the best party we've ever had. And
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
it was like a party out of a movie. Like,
Yeah,
so
it
there's
was
no way you can't have
better than Wolf
like,
of Wall Street.
Like, would you rather go to a party and everyone's just like boring and just like standing around, or would you want to go to a party and like crazy shit happens and you tell stories about for years?
Dude.
Honestly, that's the kind of parties I would want to go to. I would want to go to parties where, you know what, you have a crazy story to tell.
Dude, sometime in the middle of the night, I just hear a girl scream, keep screaming for like 5 minutes. There's so much cocaine.
Yo, again, we're against drugs, and we didn't bring illegal narcotics
I didn't see
at
any.
all. You didn't see any?
I just
Someone
hear
showed
it
up and just handing out drugs, apparently. Fucked up.
But we don't support it.
Dude, I'm not only do I not support it, I'm genuinely against like things that are not beneficial to your life. I don't drink. I don't even drink alcohol. Now I'll do like things that are not horrible for you. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like that night I took some substances and stuff. But like not a lot.
Yeah.
And like,
So
yeah, man.
I actually went on a little rant about this earlier to my friend, and I was saying that how cocaine or all these like substances that you could take that, an upper or something like that, a stimulant, will give you confidence, will give you charisma, will give you high energy for a moment, and it could be a shortcut to that, but you'll never actually be that person until you stop and actually develop those skills naturally.
That's why I quit drinking.
Through hard work and a long road and a long process. There is no shortcut to charisma. There's no shortcut to people liking you. And if people like you while you're coked out, they don't actually like you.
Yeah,
and by the way, you don't actually like yourself.
True.
Once you're sober, once you're on that bed, hating your life, questioning why the hell did I do all this, and you realize you're just some guy that isn't actually interesting to be around other than when you're coked out, then you really need to reassess your life and start that hard self-improvement journey sober.
That's why I quit drinking many, many years ago. So the reason I call myself Drunk Justin is because my goal was to be Drunk Justin while I was sober.
Yeah.
So I quit drinking and I went on a path of self-development and social skills and character development so I could be that person. And I became that. And now I don't need alcohol or drugs or anything to be that person.
Right on.
So now if I just do drugs now, it's just like for fun. Or
Dude,
to
massive
decompress.
respect, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Because from what you told me, and I didn't know you at this time, I've never seen you drunk in my life.
Yeah.
You used to actually be an alcoholic.
No, it was a problem.
Yeah.
It was. I had a problem. I had a problem with alcohol for sure.
Dude, and you just like just flipped a switch. You're
It was
like,
really
okay,
hard.
you know what?
It wasn't even flip a switch. It was like the girl of my dreams who I was madly in love with wanted to leave me because I was drinking too much. And it was fucking up our relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't tell people that, but it was horrible. And after I sobered up and quit drinking, I realized how many actual issues we had in our relationship. So I eventually broke up with her. But it was crazy. Like the clarity you have from no alcohol is fucking crazy, bro. The clarity you have from no alcohol is crazy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if you're drinking all the time, it's probably easier to get laid. It's probably easier to meet girls.
Definitely.
Probably easier to fucking whatever the fuck you want.
Same with
It's
cocaine.
easier to fall into a relationship. But you're never gonna have anything long-term and stable.
Yeah, you're never actually gonna build anything. Or if you do, it's not gonna actually be fulfilling, and it's gonna be a castle of glass.
Yeah.
And you'll realize that sooner or later.
It's true. And the issue also is it's not sustainable and it's not real. You're just kind of drunk in love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I used to get drunk in love all the time.
You know the biggest mistake I've ever made? Or actually, no, not the biggest mistake I've ever made, but a big mistake I've made was this girl that I was kind of into. I met her one night, and then literally the next time I wanted to hang out with her, we decided to do Molly together. It completely killed the relationship. If there ever would have been one, it made it so we bonded so quickly, so fast, so unauthentically. There was no genuine connection, but the Molly made us like feel like we were in love with each other, that after that night, we completely drifted apart because that like it launched us to a point where we were not naturally ready to be, and it just like scared both of us. Like,
You know what the solution is?
away.
Do Molly every single day with her.
That's true.
Every time you hang out with her.
I don't know why I didn't try that.
You should try that.
I should try that right now.
It's really good.
I'm on
Just
it
take
right now.
Molly every day.
Just kidding.
No, but funny enough, I found a lot of relationships I fell into. It was just like drinking was like the center of it. Like alcohol was like the center of like many of my intimate female relationships. I think my second girlfriend, Maddie. No, she's like my fourth girlfriend. I can't remember. I don't know. This girl I was dating in Australia. She is an alcoholic. It made me more of an alcoholic. It was fucked up, dude. And like, it was not good.
I have a question for both of you. And this is something I've been trying to think of myself because, and I think I've mentioned this to both of you. Do you think guys should go through a wild phase and where they kind of let loose, go a little too far? Not too far in terms of going too far, but allow themselves to see what they're capable of doing.
Yeah.
100%.
And try to, kind of be a fuckboy for a little bit. Do you think that's necessary for a guy?
Necessary, not necessarily, because the thing is, you can just, a lot of people think you have to like fuck up to be successful. No, you just skip all that and go straight to success for sure.
Okay.
Now, however,
Not about confidence with girls though. If we're talking about confidence with
it
girls,
depends what you're talking about in general. If you're talking about like
I'm
confident girls,
talking about social calibration, being socially adjusted, being confident with girls, being charismatic, being able to be a guy that is in a position where he's selecting who he's sleeping with when he's sleeping with them, and he's in control of where his sexual interest. Like, say for example, he's at a party, he knows he could pick up a girl, but chooses not to. Do you think getting to that stage? Do you think it's necessary to be in that stage after you've actually experienced a fuckboy like year or two?
You don't need to be that fuckboy. But the best way I could describe it is give yourself space to make mistakes and learn from them. But you also don't need to make those mistakes. You can just learn.
So do you think a guy that has slept with a virgin can achieve that level of charisma and confidence without sleeping with a single girl?
Yeah, I do think so.
That's awesome. All right. Explain.
I personally believe so.
Keep going.
I've been a coach dating for like 8 fucking years. And my first 3 years of practicing teaching stuff, I'd only hooked up like a dozen girls. I wasn't a virgin, but I would only hooked up like
what do you think the best way for a guy that is, let's say, a virgin right now, but doesn't want to be a fuckboy, doesn't want to sleep around, doesn't want to kind of have an unfulfilling lifestyle where he's just constantly trying to seek hookup to hookup? What advice would you give that guy to achieve the charisma and confidence without going through that phase?
So my first 3 years where I only hooked up those dozen girls, I would say that was my most confident. I would say I was even more confident back then than I am now. I had like this delusional self-confidence. But the thing is, it was just coming from the social skills. You got to practice the social skills. It's not about the girls. It's just about you doing whatever the fuck you want to do, being whoever you want to be. And so what I found is a lot of guys can, like I'm not saying any guy should, or like, I don't think any guy should be a virgin. I think it's kind of fucking retarded. Like, why the fuck would you want to be a virgin? Save yourself from marriage. It's horrible.
Let's not say virgin, but let's,
But like, if we're going to use that example though, it's like if you just want to be a virgin and you don't want to have sex with any women, but become incredibly confident, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I think incredibly confident is different from like charisma with girls. Because if you were talking about charisma with girls, I kind of don't agree with you. Because I feel like a lot of my confidence with girls came from sleeping with a lot of them. And being so constantly involving myself with them that it's like, okay, cool. Like I've hooked up with like 20 girls that look just like you. You know, I have, I don't waver in my confidence when I'm around that kind of
I know
girl.
you're saying. Yeah.
But I can't imagine myself being that confident or being in this stage if I didn't have that reference experiences of girls liking me.
So the thing is, if you are a shy little virgin dude and you're straight male and you want to hook up with the girls, then yeah, of course you can have like a quivering sense of self, right? But the thing is, the experiences you have with those women does shape you to be a more confident
you need
yourself.
reference experiences in order to build like your character.
Yeah, but I do think you can get to a pretty high level socially and emotionally without hooking up with girls. But if you truly made the decision of like, I don't want to hook up with girls.
But we're talking about networking then. We're not talking about like hooking up with girls. We're not talking about being a charismatic guy.
Long story short, it's like if you're just like sleeping with tons of chicks, it's going to make you confident around chicks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're doing all kinds of business deals and stuff, you'll be really confident doing business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Okay, we could say that maybe it's harder to achieve it without it, but it's, let's say, maybe not impossible, but it's a lot harder.
It's like it's simple as this. If you want to get good talking to girls,
You
need to talk to a lot of girls.
Yeah.
You need to talk to a lot of them. You need to fuck up, push the boundaries, see how far you can go,
Exactly.
and then take a step back and see what you can correct in your personality and your social skills.
100%. Dude, I've made so many mistakes. For my first 2 years, I was very consistent, and I was very, I took a lot of initiative, and I would always go out. I would always go talk to girls. I would always put myself out there, put myself in social situations. And I got blown out so many times. I made so many mistakes. I got rejected so many times, but every single one of those times, I was extremely, extremely, incredibly grateful for every single one of those mistakes, because it taught me
100%.
so much.
Well, let me put it this way. Look at us, 3 of us right now. We're probably compared to an average guy, we're probably on the top level when it comes to results with women.
Top 1% or higher?
Top 1% or higher.
I'm a virgin.
But who do you think gets more rejected compared to like all the guys in Toronto? Who are
I always tell people I'm the most
Yeah.
rejected guy in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are the most rejected guys in
Definitely.
Toronto.
The master has failed more times than the student has even tried.
Yep. Very true. Very true. And people are afraid of rejection.
We've failed more than any guy in the city.
People
That's why we're in this level.
people put in their minds the idea of being rejected, if they haven't been, to such a huge part of their like psyche. If you've never been, imagine the first time you talked to a girl and she rejected you. Imagine how bad you felt. Like, go back to that frame.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember
Me
how
too.
bad it felt. And it lingered
Really
in my
weird.
mind for at least like a week, until I did it again. And then I did it again, and then I did it again.
It actually
and
went in
now
my head for years.
I could go. Yeah, some people it's for years.
It was like
And
2 years. It affected me for like 2 years.
yeah, and if I were to see a girl on the street, I would go say hello. She rejects me. She calls me ugly.
Like,
whatever.
wow.
She could say whatever she wants, and I'd forget about her
In a
like
minute.
in 5 seconds. Probably
literally.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
probably I'd forget about her. Her name actually probably should like pop out of my existence in 5 seconds. I'd be like, okay, have a nice day, goodbye, and then 5 seconds later, exactly how I was.
I remember the first girl I ever asked out. Jessica, 8th grade, 13 years old.
Jessica, can you confirm?
Anyway, so I bought Jessica a necklace and walked up to her. I'm like, hey, do you want to go out? And she's like, no, because she thought I was joking. And then back when I was like 19, I was at a beach party and she tried to make out with me. And I'm like, no. No, because I had a girlfriend. Yeah, me and her are actually friends now. And I've known her for like fucking
That's awesome,
over a decade.
dude. You just brought back a memory.
That goes back to saying that if you fail with one girl, it doesn't say you can still try again a couple of years later.
It's like 10 years later, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember you just brought back a memory for me in middle school when we were in like this auditorium, and there were a group of kids that I was like a friend group, and then one of them was like, choose between Lucas or this guy to a girl. Which one would you rather date? And she chose the other guy, and that memory that like traumatized me for at least a year. That
Pretty fucked
traumatized me
up.
for at least a year. I was like, fuck. I guess I can't date.
It's so
In sixth
crazy
grade.
how these dumb fucking little things just traumatize you and shapes the rest of your life and your personality. It's like this little fucking thing that happened when we were like 12 that
Yeah.
was like a 2-second experience that right now wouldn't even fucking bother you.
Yeah.
But somehow that little trauma is in the back of your head, still running you.
It is.
Somehow
Yeah.
making it's like almost running your brain. It's almost like your subconscious brain is like working around that little micro trauma from like a decade or 2 decades ago. And it's like a lot of your unconscious behavior is because of that experience. It's fucking wild.
There's a girl in middle school that friend zoned me, and 3 years later I had sex with her.
3 years later.
Yeah.
What?
I like just hit her up. It was a girl that broke my heart when I was in middle school. Friend zoned me for like 3 years.
You should remember that.
She knew that she friend zoned me because
Okay.
I would always ask her out, and she'd be like, "No, we're just friends." And then
so
she
wait,
would go for like the fuckboy
changed-
hockey guys.
so you
What
banged
changed
her
your
a few years
mind?
later?
The tattoos.
I didn't have tattoos at this point.
How old were you when you hooked up with her?
Maybe like 19.
So it was
maybe
like 6 years
18,
later.
19.
6 later.
Oh, it could be. Sorry, not 3 years later. Sorry. Fuck. Yeah, probably 6 years later. Yeah, I was out of high school, and I was a completely different person then. You know what I mean?
Wow. My second grade crush, I banged her younger sister when her sister turned 18. My second grade crush, she threw a snowball in my face, and she's like, "You're not allowed to have a crush on me." Because I remember I had this friend, Cyprian. It was a weird name, right? Interesting character. I told this guy, because he was like, who do you have a crush on? And I'm like, I told him who I had a crush on. It's like, this girl Stephanie, and he ran over and told Stephanie. I'm like reliving the moment while it's telling her right now. I was like, what the fuck?
I was reliving
like,
mine too.
It's almost like traumatic talking about it.
Yeah.
And he ran over and told Stephanie, Justin likes you. And she literally pushed me in the snow in the middle of winter and threw a snowball at my face.
What the hell?
And she's like, you're not allowed to have a crush on me.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? I still did have a crush on her after. Anyway, I tag teamed her younger sister. I actually, me and her younger sister became fuck buddies. So I was like 21, she was like 18. And we were like fuck buddies for a while. And I had threesomes there with other girls because she was like a lesbian. She was in a lesbian relationship, and I tagged her with one of my buddies. I ended up having a threesome with her and another girl I met.
When do you think you stopped underestimating yourself?
It's a fucking great question. God damn, I don't know. Probably when I got into the game stuff. Like I almost feel like the moment I started learning about pickup, I just started going out and taking action on it. The moment, like. It was like, you know what? When I started learning about, I wish the Wingman podcast existed when I was fucking younger. Because the thing is, dude, I didn't know you can work on your social skills. I didn't know. Like, to me, it was just like, the guys who get girls, get girls. The guys who are popular, cool, that's it. They have that. I don't have that. I'm the short little Indian dude. I'm the shortest guy in the class. I was always the shortest, smallest guy in the class. Okay, in school growing up, I was always like, I always felt like that guy. So super low self-esteem growing up, horrible, right? The moment I learned about pickup, I'm not like one of these guys who just sat at home and watched pickup videos or like YouTube videos for like 2 years and didn't develop my life. Dude, the moment I started learning, I was like, I'm gonna apply this in school because it was in like it was my last senior year of high school. I started applying it, started hitting the gym. First of my life, hitting the gym. I was 92 pounds.
What happened?
I was 92 pounds. Within 3 weeks, I'd put on like 18 pounds or something like that. I just started eating like crazy, working out like crazy, fucking started going to parties, started drinking. And all of a sudden, like within months, I was making out girls. Within like 6 months.
Did you have that sense of entitlement from the very beginning after you saw those videos?
No, I was really cringy and really shy and really awkward.
Yeah.
But I was just, my brain was just like, let's just learn, let's get experiences.
Do you remember your first approach?
Yep.
What was it like?
Toronto's Eaton Center. I was in high school. We had a day off school. Me and my friends went to the school. My first wingman, Patrick, I named my penis after him. Shouts to Patrick. And I'm still friends with Patrick. He's married now, by the way. He just got married. Patrick, my first wingman, got married. Yep. It's crazy. And anyway, so Patrick, that was my first time ever hanging out with him. He was in all my classes in high school. I never talked to the guy, but we kind of just started talking through mutual friends that one day, because I told these friends of mine that I want to go start picking up girls. Okay. I want to go to like hit on girls and shit. So they're like, cool, we'll like come out with you and support you. We're not gonna do it ourselves, but go for it. Really good guys. And it took me 2 hours to build up my first approach. So I got a spoon from McDonald's and I spent 2 hours walking around until I could find a girl. And I walked up to her and I asked her, do you want a spoon? I was like, what's up, baby girl? Like, do you want a spoon?
Is that what you said?
But like, it wasn't as smooth. It was more like, so do you want a spoon? And I put a spoon. I'm like, ha ha. And then like my second approach was like these two Japanese girls.
What was the reaction to that?
They were just like, ha 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 ha. And I'm like, okay, bye.
Okay. All right.
The second one was like me just talking to two random Japanese girls, and they barely spoke English. I didn't understand what the fuck they said, because like now I can actually completely talk to anyone from any country in the world, no matter what accent they have. They'll understand what I say. These girls couldn't understand the way I was talking. I couldn't understand them. It was really awkward, and they eventually got awkward and left. They might have been Korean, actually. I'm not sure.
Okay. When was your first successful approach?
So my first actual approach, I was 16 years old, coming back from my summer job at the Canadian National Exhibition. Saw this gorgeous train conductor. I spent 40 minutes on the train building up the courage and the balls to talk to her. I didn't even know about pickup or cold approach. I just was fantasizing in my head. I was fantasizing. Like, this is so delusional because I was just a video game nerd. I used to play RuneScape. The reason I actually got this job at the Canadian National Exhibition, it was because I got, I used to just play RuneScape and like player killing and scam people on RuneScape and shit like that. And so I accidentally gave away,
RuneScape, by the way.
I accidentally gave away my Santa hat. So I had a Santa hat and like a 50 mil cash stack. I just gave it away.
It teaches you so much.
I gave it away by accident. You know when you do this trade screen?
Yeah.
I clicked accept instead of decline. And I fucking gave away all my shit. Oh, no. And I was like, fuck. So I closed my laptop and then I applied for a job at the Canadian National Exhibition, got that job. So I was coming back from my job at the Lost and Found at the Canadian National Exhibition, which was like this kind of like amusement park kind of seasonal fair that we have in Canada, right? Yeah. And this train conductor was honestly, dude, girl of my dreams. I was like, whoa, I have to talk to her. Like it was an instinctual thing. I didn't know about cold approach. I didn't know about pickup. I didn't know about pickup artistry. I didn't know any of this stuff. I was just fantasizing in my head that if I said hi to her, she'll stop the train and come off the train and come fuck me in the bushes or something like that. I literally just like had this like instinct. I was like, I need to talk to her, but I couldn't do it. So
you know what's funny?
Yeah,
that fantasy is now not even like that much of a fantasy.
It's my daily reality.
Yeah, it's like
daily.
It's
fucking
like if you were to tell me that story today, like, oh, I did this and like I fucked a girl in the bush, I'd be like, okay, cool, but dude, like,
yeah, it's like normal.
That's normal. Yeah,
I think it's gross. I'm like, why would you do it?
Yeah, it's like, wait, why'd you go to a bush? Like,
no,
anyway,
but that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like it took me 40 minutes of building up the courage at 16 years old. I was like, I had to talk to her, and then I walked up to her and I'm like, I started yawning. I'm like, so long night. And she's like, yeah. And I started like talking for 2 minutes. I'm like, well, nice to see you. Bye. And I'm like, dude, I was so ecstatic, so fucking happy. I can remember the moment right now. It makes me almost want to cry. Thinking about how happy I was that I even fucking said hi to her.
By the way, guys, if you haven't done this, try it. You'll feel that joy. You'll feel that joy for the first time. It's like doing an amazing thing, watching an amazing show for the first time. Dude, whatever experience you can relate it to.
Right now, I'm getting a rush off the memory.
And honestly, like if we could inspire some guys right now to go and do this tomorrow, go and talk to the girl of your dreams. Go and approach that girl that you think is cute that works at that store, and go say hello. That's all you got to do. And trust me, you'll think you're the shit. And you'll love yourself.
And
it was crazy, dude.
By the way, the joy comes from taking action, not from getting the girl.
Yes, it's not about the result.
It's never about the results for me or for any of us.
That's why I was so happy.
It's the love of pushing yourself.
6 years old, and I just approached a hot girl that I want to talk to, and I was like, you know, I felt if I could do this, I could do anything, because it's not even that I had to get the girl. It's just
thank God that guy scammed you, huh?
Dude, so he didn't scam me. I just accidentally gave away all my stuff on RuneScape by accident. I was trying to scam some kid on RuneScape.
The butterfly effect.
And literally, it was a butterfly effect. Me doing my first cold approach.
Yeah.
And
here
a decade later, I've traveled to 50 countries. No, probably not. Everything happens for a reason, bro.
Yeah,
I truly believe it. And I've been to 50 countries. I've had hundreds of girls. I've dated the girls in my dreams now. I've cold approached random girls, and in minutes they're hooking up with me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck? Dude, I couldn't even imagine the reality I live in now 10 years ago.
How long do you think you're going to go on with this?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But
Is there going to ever be a time when you're like, listen, I don't want to do hookups at all?
See, I don't think I'll ever stop doing my form of social skills and meeting people and networking and parties and hookups is something completely different. But at least, like, I'm not talking like outside the sexual stuff, I'm talking about the social skills. I think probably for the rest of my life.
Okay. Yeah, obviously. You'll never master it. There's always more to learn.
I don't tell people this. I have like horrible depression. Like I've had a lifelong depression since I was 10 years old. Mm-hmm. The only thing that ever helps me with it is social skills, meeting people. So whenever we have these parties, it's like my antidepressant. When we have parties, when we're out, we're meeting people.
We did talk about this one time where I was like really sad that one time is like we were on acid, I think. We were like running down King Street and I told you, dude, I feel like, I was talking about like, I feel so much pain on a regular basis that the only thing that makes me better is socializing and talking to girls. And it was like,
part of it, by the way, that's a coping mechanism too.
It was like healing me.
Like part of it, I mean, I don't know, like if you feel like it's healing you in a healthy way, that's good. But if you're doing it as like a crutch for escapism, that's bad. But for me personally, I don't think I'm doing it for escapism. I feel like it
Some people get addicted to the validation.
For me, it's not even validation. It just feel like it balances me, dude.
Yeah.
It's like weird. It just makes my brain fucking crazy. I love it. Just love it so much.
It's good. I mean, as long as it's working for you and it's healthy.
Like I could totally see myself being in a normal monogamous relationship at some point. Probably not though. Yeah. I'm a sex addict.
It'd be surprising to see you in one. I think.
I did it for a year. I hated it. Miserable. Fucking hated it. Fuck that.
So what else is new?
What else is new?
Anyway, just to answer your question though, so it's like, when did I stop interesting myself? Was when I started taking action towards my goals in life. So when I started taking action, I'm like, and then started achieving even the most little basic results. You know what I realized, dude? A lot of guys think like you need to do you need to pull a threesome with fucking 2 Instagram models or 2 porn, because I've done that. I've put tons of threesomes, like porn stars and influencers. All you don't even do that to get results or to feel validated. You just need to have just the smallest little results. The fact that I could approach a girl and that she just likes me. Back when I first started, I stopped underestimating myself. You know what I'm saying?
It's huge.
The little wins.
It is the little wins.
The little wins.
And they add up. You don't realize until you look at it retrospectively as well. So it's just like going to the gym, right? You go to the gym for the first day and you could work out and you're not going to get jacked. But you go consistently for a year, you don't realize the moment that you're suddenly, you know, muscular, you suddenly put on some weight, you suddenly could lift way more than you used to. It just kind of happens. And then you're like, hold on a second. I'm this guy now. I could live this life now. I have these skills now. I have this confidence now. I have this charisma now. It's your new normal. Yeah. And then you realize that, wait, I'm not even satisfied with this. I want to go way more. That's what, then you realize you have a drive that you didn't have before. And then through that drive, you continuously improve. And then you're never satisfied until now. And then you look back and then you're suddenly in a penthouse. You're a millionaire. You're throwing the best New Year's Eve party ever. And then you're like, wait, how did this happen? And then
literally how I feel every time we do like these sick parties. Like, remember on my birthday? Do you remember my birthday party? I was on the balcony crying for like an hour.
Yeah.
I actually remember this very vividly, and like no homo, but like I was like curled up in like your guys' arms. Were you, dude?
I was there.
I was really high.
I was there.
I was really fucking high. I took a bunch of drugs, to be honest. I don't ever do drugs, really, like barely. But like
you were in a weird phase where you were doing it a little too much.
No, I only did it like 3 times in a month, and then I stopped.
Okay.
It was just like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
No, 2. I think I just did like twice.
I mean, a lot when I say a lot, it's like a lot in retrospect.
Because I'm always sober.
Yeah, you're always sober.
Yeah, but so like my sister was there, you're there, Nick, my realtor's there, all my best friends are there, and I'm just like, I'm just thinking like 6 years ago, dude, on my birthday, 6 years prior, I was in my parents' basement alone with my ugly girlfriend who I hated. At the time, I fucking didn't even like her.
Was she ugly?
She was ugly and she was just a bitch.
Oh no.
And I just hated my life.
Poor girl.
And I cried on my birthday that 6 years ago, thinking I was just lonely.
She's beautiful.
She was a cunt. She was a horrible person. No, like honestly, dude, like in the moment, she was what I needed at the time. I'm obviously joking, but like even at the time, I wasn't happy with the girlfriend. I just felt like I was just living a below mediocre life, and that was 3 years into doing game, bro.
I mean, that's how I felt in the last relationship.
Yeah, and then I'm like, my last birthday party, I'm just like in the penthouse, killing business. I just felt like I've made it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hooked up with 3 girls that night too. I'm just like, what the fuck?
What's great is this is just the beginning.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
And you know what? It's great that you were still saying it's the beginning. So we could have said it's the beginning when you made your first approach.
We haven't even started.
You could have said it's the beginning when you got the penthouse. You could have said it's the beginning a year ago, 2 years ago. But we're going to say it's the beginning 10 years from now. That's the difference. That's what separates us from like the average guy.
Mm-hmm.
10 years from now, when we do something and we're starting something, we're going to, this is the beginning of something amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's always going to be the beginning.
I found a lot of successful guys have that characteristic where it's like they're not thinking, counting the money. They're not stopping like, oh, look at all the success I had. They're just like, I'm just starting out, baby.
Yeah.
I literally feel that way.
I'll be like 99 years old.
Day, dude.
I'll be like 99 years old and I'll be like, just starting.
Bro, I'm at like 100K subscribers on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 8 years. I'm just hitting 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Right? My net worth hitting all-time high. Like, I can't even imagine this 10 years ago.
Honestly, I feel like if I've ever felt like I've peaked or I've reached my maximum capacity, I'd actually be sad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want that. What?
Fuck that.
I wouldn't want to peak. I'm still alive.
But happiness comes from growing.
Exactly.
Yeah. That fulfills me. The consistent growth, consistent learning, consistent knowledge. I think that's what really, really drives me. And I know it drives you guys too. So.
Hell yeah, dude. Like, you know what I realized as well? It's like, anytime you're trying to hook up a lot of girls, make yourself happy, I made myself depressed. So if I'm like trying to fuck a lot of girls, get happy, I get depressed. Anytime I'm just like trying to make a lot of money to get happy, I get depressed. So I've realized that money, women, none of that shit actually makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What actually makes you happy is progress. Slow and steady progress. So like I found like going to the gym, getting a good workout and eating something healthy and just like having a good relationship with my family and my friends and
friends are huge,
I mean?
by the way.
Massive.
Yeah.
That's like probably number one.
Like what keeps me happy is my friends. I love my friends.
So they say health, wealth, love, happiness, right? So if your health's good, you know, I was in a wheelchair back in 2016. I was assaulted and I was in a wheelchair. And I experienced what it was like to pretty much be a cripple.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking crazy, dude. And you know what I felt? I felt so much gratitude for the people around me and how supportive they were. And also for knowing that it was temporary, that soon in like 4 to 6 weeks, I'll be walking again.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking like, because the first week I was like manically angry and depressed, like horrible. It was like the lowest I've ever been. And then once I hit this like emotional breakthrough of realizing, wait, this is temporary. and I have so much to be grateful for. I almost hit like, I think I felt enlightened. I think that was like the closest I've ever felt to being enlightened. I felt bliss. Being in a wheelchair was probably the best time of my entire life, even to this day, I think. Because I knew it was temporary. Everyone was nice as fuck to me. I saw all the people I had around me were just amazing, beautiful people.
For the people that don't know, do you mind telling the story of how you got in that wheelchair?
My girlfriend, first girlfriend, lost virginity to, talked shit about me to her boyfriend because I didn't want to date her and because I was fucking other girls. Even though I told her we had an agreement that if she doesn't shave her legs, she's not my girlfriend. So I can go fuck other girls, and she didn't shave her legs. So I was just making excuses away so I can,
Honestly, makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't like, I like girls with shaven legs.
Not even just that. I just didn't want to date this girl. I just wasn't, I don't know how to explain it, dude. I just didn't feel that instinctual chemistry with her that I felt with other girls. I'd never been in love. I didn't know what love was. And she's like, I'm in love with you. And I'm like, sorry, I just don't feel the same way. I told her I love you like a sister.
Okay.
I felt like she was like my friend. That's it. And then I could fuck her whenever I want.
Right.
You know what I mean? But she's like, no, I'm in love with you. I'm like, oh, cool. So I'd actually, because I was a young guy. I was like 17. So I broke up there by telling her I was gay. Obviously, shouldn't have done that. Anyway, so this girl obviously built up a lot of resentment. Didn't like me because I was an asshole to her in her perception, in her subjective reality. In my subjective reality, I was honest from her at the very beginning. I told her I was fucking other girls. I laid it out as much as I could.
Do you think you've matured a lot since then?
Obviously, come on, of course, right? And so I didn't know how to set the dynamic, so I was just like very brutally honest with her, I guess you could say. And she took that offensively. And so she talked shit about me to her next boy. And by the way, we still were friends too. But she obviously subconsciously resented me, talked shit about me to her boyfriend. Her boyfriend jumped me. And he was like from like the hood.
Was he a lot bigger than you?
Yeah, way bigger. Okay. Way bigger.
So break it down.
The shit on me in a parking lot, 2 minutes away from my parents' house, and I walked home with a broken foot.
Oh my God.
It was fucking horrible. Like brutally beat the shit out of me. I went to the hospital, got a cast, went to the cops, he got arrested.
What happened to him?
I don't know. They didn't tell me. Like, he would have had a really horrible court case though. Because like the craziest thing is I had a feeling, long story short, I was recording the audio on my phone while it was happening. So I had a recording of me getting my ass, like almost getting killed. He was trying to kill me. He was taking my head, smashing it. It was like a near-death experience pretty much. Fucking insane, dude. And it fucked me up, dude. I couldn't turn my head for like a week. Like I was brutally like pulverized, beat it, dude. It was fucking horrible. And man, this guy was like crazy, bro. Because like, I get it.
How do you think that affected like your you after that? Like, were you a lot more cautious with?
Yeah, no, before that, dude, I was fucking crazy. I used to go pick fights with random dudes. I literally used to walk up to guys twice my size and go fuck themselves. I was crazy, dude. I swear to God. Because I was like 19 at the time. I literally just thought nothing could affect me, nothing could hurt me. I swear to God, I was a fucking psychopath back then, dude. I had like literally delusional confidence, thinking nothing could affect me at all whatsoever. At all. And I was assaulted early in the year too. I picked a fight with a big black guy in a bar and he broke my finger. My finger's permanently broken. Just so you know, this is like normal. This is called finger scissoring. A big black guy broke my finger. This guy's like 300 pounds. I was like 100. He broke my finger because like, dude, I was insane. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me back then.
No,
dude.
You've chilled out a lot.
I had too much testosterone or something. I don't know. And so like I was just getting fights, and I used to square dudes up twice my size. And you know the crazy thing is,
it was entitlement. And by the way, that is also probably what drove you to this lifestyle.
I was
as well.
way too entitled. You know the crazy thing is, I would have guys twice my size back the down. Because the thing is, I was like so like looking in the eyes. I was like, it was crazy, dude. I would literally like make guys 3 times my size back the fuck off because of like how like sure I was of myself. You know what I mean? It was fucking crazy.
That's probably what also got you laid.
I wasn't even getting laid. No, dude, I was barely getting laid back then too.
You don't think that was like a driving factor in terms of your?
So were you scared more of girls than the guys?
Yeah, for sure. I was way more scared of girls than guys back then, for sure.
So weird.
Like guys didn't scare me at all whatsoever.
Really?
Like no, not at all.
That's great.
Like I had no fear at all, zero with guys.
What about now?
Now, like I'm a little bit. I'm not scared of guys. But now
you just
like
know that there's consequences.
That's the thing. Before I literally thought there's no consequences. Like in my head, like assault is illegal, right? So it's like.
Why would anyone assault me?
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I'm not going to get assaulted ever. That's not going to happen. Right. And then it's like, oh no, I was assaulted twice in a year. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Fucking crazy, dude.
It becomes real.
Yeah, it became real. And then like, so now I'm just like a lot more socially cautious of like who I hang around. That's also why I don't let any random guys in my house ever at my parties and shit. Never. You know what I'm saying? Recently I started carrying pepper spray with me. I have security cameras in my house. And yeah, I just like, I always, like before I used to like roll in like dudes, big dudes. One of my buddies I used to kick it with was Team Canada for jiu-jitsu and like judo and shit like that. I'm pretty sure he went to like, I think his brother went to the Olympics and for like martial arts. So like I used to roll with like fucking like big ass fucking dudes, bro. I never had an issue. I was never worried. I used to roll with guys that we call ourselves the Wolf Pack. Had no like, so I would fucking square dudes up.
Yeah.
I was like 100 pounds, bro.
Power numbers.
It was power numbers, but I was also like, there's something wrong. I think I had like something wrong with me, dude.
You did. You definitely did. You probably still do, but it's the things that you considered wrong in you probably propelled your success.
For sure. Yeah. But also now I'm like a lot more like aware. I'm like, okay, first of all, I can't get in fights because if I get arrested, now I have a like a legal thing, which is good because I actually haven't had any like issues like that with like picking fights with guys and getting arrested because of that and stuff like that. But it's good. I haven't. But because I know other guys who like, because I've gotten these guys in trouble for assaulting me. I put 3 dudes in jail. Literally, dude.
Really?
But yeah, by the time I was like 20 years old, I put like 3 dudes in jail. Fucking crazy. And then like I got lawyer money from it and stuff. So I learned a lot about like the court system and stuff. Crazy shit.
There you go.
Crazy shit. But yeah. You just gotta live and learn. And so what I actually learned though is you can de-escalate situations verbally. You know what I'm saying? So I've gotten really good de-escalating things. I've gotten really good at like making guys back off because there's social consequences. Social consequences, in my opinion, are more effective than like physical attack and assault.
You're totally right. And no guy, or most guys, don't want to be embarrassed in their social circle.
Exactly.
So if you threaten an embarrassment, especially with a girl, they're probably gonna back off. They're gonna be like, okay, hold on, I don't want to lose my reputation with these people. I'd rather de-escalate the situation, calm down, than lose my whole reputation and all the effort I've done to gain this reputation with these people.
Do you guys remember the dude who broke into our house? The second dude who broke in my house in a week. Remember that? So there's a reason, obviously, bought security cameras and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? And you guys kind of like choked him out and threw him in the house. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? I have a video of you punching the dude in the face and then you choking him out and you guys taking him and throwing him outside.
I didn't
I'm just like recording him and screaming. I'm like, pow,
yeah, He like did this to your phone.
He took my phone.
He was very disrespectful.
Threw it on my hand and pushed me.
Yeah.
And so I started filming him and I was like, get the fuck on my house. And you guys like threw him out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so how did I handle that situation? I took the video and I think I strategically cropped it and just make it just look like he's the aggressor and like attacking people. And I sent it to his girlfriend who dumped him. And I sent it to his like 10 closest friends because I knew who the guy was.
His girlfriend dumped him over that?
I think they were already having issues, but she dumped him and she told me to go to the police. Wow. I felt bad when she said that because I was like, this guy has nobody.
And then you ran into him after that, right?
So I took the video, sent it to his girlfriend / ex or whatever, sent it to all of his closest friends. And I'm like, yo, your friend is an embarrassment. He's pathetic. And this didn't happen. He broke my house, creeping all the girls, and he assaulted me and my friends. I don't want to go to the police. Yeah. I feel really bad for him. You shouldn't hang around this guy or ever bring him around. He's like, so essentially it's like the social pressure. And then a few days later, I'm walking the street at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Okay. He comes up to me.
I was really afraid of you, for you there.
Dude, yeah. I was on the phone with you. Was I on the phone with you?
You were on the phone with Nick Sardingo.
Oh yeah, I was on the phone with my road.
But then Nick told me who you just ran into.
Yeah, so I had their earphones in, and I was on the phone with him. We're talking, and then dude, it was like a Monday night, and he was just hanging out in the street at like 2 a.m. I'm like, what the fuck? Random. It's so weird. I'm like, what, this guy like homeless or some shit? I'm like, what? So anyway, he comes up to me, and I literally look at him, and I just ignore him. I just keep walking because I'm walking to the gym like 2 a.m. because I like to work out in the middle of the night, and I just like outright ignore him. I wasn't even scared. I had no problem. Literally, I'm like, yo, Nick, gotta go. I start recording audio on my phone, and then he starts talking to me, and
what does he say?
He's like, bro. I just want to say I'm sorry, and I literally I have the audio recording. I could play it right now. Cause you want to find it and play it? It's hilarious, but it doesn't need to. Long story short, he's just like, I'm so sorry about what happened, but like, bro, you know, you're such a dick, and also, why did you send that video to all my friends? And I literally started lecturing him in the middle. It's me by myself talking to this like another sketchy fucking dude. He's like probably 20-pound black guy in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. in the middle of the street, and bro, I went full on his face. I was like, look, you're trespassing. By the way, I lied to him and I told him I had cameras all in my house, which I didn't at the time. I'm like, I have cameras all in my house. We recorded angles from you, 3 different angles of you assaulting, breaking my house, asked to leave, you didn't leave, so trespassing, and you assaulted my friend. We can put you in jail. I have a lawyer. I have police connections. I could fuck your life up, and I won't because I feel bad for you. And like, I just went on, like that's literally what I did on the street. Like, I don't give a fuck.
That's your form of fighting. That's like, that's you trying to survive there. You're like, okay, how do I...
I'm not trying to survive. I know, I want to give him the fuck in my face. I told him I never want to.
You definitely didn't want him to just like start eating your ass.
He wasn't going to because I was recording my audio and I would just tell him like, hey, I'm recording this. And I'm going to fucking tell this to police.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it worked.
Yeah. Well, dude, I'm a 5'4", 113 pound Indian guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm recording the audio on my phone and then I tell him, hey, look, just so you know, my buddy works at 52 Division downtown. You know, I talked to him about this and I don't want to pursue charges on you. But my friend... No, I actually told him I did want to pursue charges, but my friends told... You know what I actually told him? I told him I wanted to pursue criminal charges against him, but you didn't. That's literally what I told him. I told him I wanted to go to the cops,
that would have been
but
true.
you didn't.
That would have been true, even if that I wouldn't have wanted
No, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I told him that I want to go to the cops because my buddy wanted to go to the cops, but I felt bad because I know him and I know his friends, and my buddy didn't want to do it, so I was like, okay, cool, no. Because he also threatened to steal your camera gear. And long story short, it's like, it's a random dude who crashed my party. So like we bumped into each other at a couple parties or whatever, but I don't really know the guy. He has me on Instagram. He thinks we're friends, we're not. He crashed my party, told him to leave, and he assaults my friends.
Yeah, and he wasn't even invited. Someone else brought him there.
Use diplomacy instead of like aggression. You know what I mean?
100%. Once you get to a point where you're so good with your words, where you're so good with your body language, with how you can, your de-escalation skills, and you will get into a lot less fights. You get a lot less sticky situations. And if you're in a sticky situation, you are confident that you can maneuver it to be safe. And that will allow you to take more risks in life, by the way. So having those ability and having that confidence that you have those de-escalation skills will give you the confidence to put yourself in more risky situations because you know you're going to be okay.
I wanted to add a story actually, because remember that time, Justin, I called you and I told you that 2 guys like jumped me.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember that.
Share the story.
Yeah. So basically what happened was me and Justin were going out. We saw 2 girls that we knew that went to Justin's house, and there's 2 guys hitting on them. And we can tell that like those 2 girls were getting uncomfortable. And so, okay, cool. Like we know those girls. Let's say hi to them and tell the dudes to fuck off, basically. So there's the thing that me and Justin does is we know how to grab any like group of like people's attention right away and completely like just ignore whoever was talking to them before. So that's exactly what we did. So went up to the girls to be like, oh, hey, how's it going? Like, oh, you were at Justin's place yet before. And all of a sudden their attention went straight to us. And there's a tactic that I do if you want guys to fuck off is I turn the girls so that they're facing me and my back is in front of the guys.
You box them out.
Yeah. So I completely block. I like go in between the guy and the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And now the guy's facing my back.
Right.
And he can't see. Like in order for him to get their attention again,
walk.
he has to like go around and like it's just gonna be like awkward for him. So he's completely blocked out. And then what happened in that moment is that guy lit a cigarette and threw it at me.
Yeah.
Like
I was there. I was right there.
Yeah. And then the girls are like, "What the fuck?
By the way,
what are these guys doing?"
That will ruin any interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you start being aggressive to another guy that in front of a girl, the girl's not gonna like you.
And then those guys started speaking Arabic and started swearing at me in Arabic. I'm pretty sure
they were.
They had like these like thick accents of like all like.
Allahu Akbar. No, I'm kidding. That was racist. Was that racist?
No,
I'm an ethnic minority. I can't be racist.
I'm Arab, by the way.
Yeah, no. That's why I said it. That's why I feel comfortable making jokes in front of you.
Yeah.
So
by the way, little known fact: half Middle Eastern.
So that's what happened. And then those guys like eventually left. But the thing is, we all throughout the night, I think you left, and I see these guys just keep on hitting on girls on the street. Like just like kept hitting on them. The girls are like so uncomfortable. And I have this like instinct. I don't know, something about me that every time I see a guy talk to a girl, like for the first time, I want to like steal them from the guy. It's actually bad. I did it to them about like 3 or 4 more times.
Just so you guys know, Matt's one of the top pickup artists in the world. Straight up. I'm not just trying to flex or hype him, but like, yeah, he is.
So I managed to do that like a couple more times and like take girls away from these guys just on like the same like area. And I think the fourth time I went up to girls that they were trying to talk to. They haven't talked to them. They were just like walking towards them. And I just like, whoop. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? and then what happened with that was they started staring at me, like looking mad, like giving me like the devil look. Like they're like, and then what,
Wait, why did they start doing that?
I don't know. It was just like, yo, why are these guys like staring at me?
Okay.
They were just like, there's two of them just like staring at me from some corner, just giving me the dirtiest look.
So what happened?
Eventually, girls left, exchanged contacts, and then I was walking back to, it was my ex-girlfriend's car at the time, and then just to go home, and all of a sudden I see them walking towards me. I don't know how they ended up like in front of me, and one punched me in the stomach.
No way.
And then one punched me in the face.
Wow.
But it was like, when I saw them coming and I kind of jumped backwards, so the punch wasn't that hard. It just kind of like pushed me. And then I like backed off like 5 feet. And I do this thing where if I ever get into like an aggressive situation, I probably should not have done this, but like I don't fight back, but I don't like leave. I don't back out. I literally stay there, pulled out my phone, speed dial 911, and started talking to the cops on the phone, like
And the guys were
911
still
operator.
around, or?
Yeah, they were in front of me.
Okay.
Like I literally stared them dead in the eye, and they started walking away, and I started following them
Okay. And then?
while I was on the phone. And because I didn't want them to leave, I was describing like, oh, this guy's wearing this.
They're probably
He was
shitting their
wearing,
pants
yeah,
after that
this
point.
guy's wearing a plaid shirt. This guy's wearing like shorts.
They didn't
It's
expect
in
that,
the
right?
summer.
They didn't expect you to do
No,
that.
fuck no.
Yeah, no one is.
Like,
no
at
one's
that
going to expect
moment,
a
I
guy
was
to
so
immediately
pissed.
call the police.
I was so pissed that I wanted these guys to go to
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah.
Because first of all,
He just assaulted you, bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
they just assaulted
That's
me.
probably the best action you could take in that scenario.
And it's like King Street. Like,
Yeah.
we're literally there almost
Cops are
every night.
all over the place too.
Yeah, we're there every night. I want to feel safe in this environment.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let these guys just like try something like this again. So I'm gonna put these guys to jail. So that's how I just kept following them. Blah blah blah. Started describing, and the police say they'll be there in like shortly. And I went to like a crowded area in front of like this nightclub. So it was like a lot of people, so they can't try shit. And they were still there in that corner. And then I started telling other people about the situation. All these guys over there, they're just trying to jump me. They just assaulted me. I call the cops. Cops are on their way. So they're all started like staring at them. Right?
Okay.
Funny part is, it's like, they're like, okay, I got, like one guy was like, one big black guy was like, okay, bro, I got you. Like, I'll protect you. You're fine. You're fine with me. And then funny story is, they ended up knowing those guys.
No way.
Which is fucked. Like
That sucks.
they ended up being
Yeah.
like really close.
Okay.
So,
Holy shit.
But the thing is, I've been talking to this guy for like
But
10
where are
minutes.
the cops at this point? Still not there?
No, they came super late.
Oh, okay.
So at this point, I've been talking to this guy for like 8 minutes. He's like trying to calm me down. He's like, bro, I got you.
And then it
This guy
turns
can't
out
touch
that
you.
this guy's like these guys' best friend.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is the weirdest fucking situation.
That is a weird situation. Now the guy that has your back is their friend. Okay.
Yeah. So
Right.
he's like confused. Like, do
No,
I
yeah.
side with this guy?
Right,
Do I
right,
side
right,
with this
right,
guy? And then the guy saw that I was talking to his friend. He like started coming up to me. He's like, bro, why would you do that? Why would you, in like a thick Arabic accent, why would you do that? Why do you keep stealing girls from me? Like, you know how hard it is for like immigrants to like talk to girls here? Why do you keep doing that? Just like squaring up at me. He's like, bro, you need to back off because cops are literally going to be here in a second. He's like, bro, but at the same time, I didn't want to fight them. My goal in that situation is I want to feel safe and I want to make peace. I didn't want to call them. Like, I didn't want to call the cops and have them get arrested. I don't want their friends to jump me in the future. So it's like, in situations like that, I always think, I'm going to try to start thinking as if like I'm on their side, you know?
Yeah.
So I started like, bro,
You wouldn't have gotten any satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, bro, I apologize. You jumped me. That's the reason why
I would have
called
been a
the
little
cops.
satisfied, to be honest.
Yeah.
If I saw them getting handcuffed and thrown into a cop car after
Oh
they
yeah.
punched me in the face.
Fuck these fucking losers.
I-
I saw it
yeah.
for 2 seconds. That's why I went home because they're too aggressive.
Well, I think very long term, right? I don't want to like run to them one day and have them hate me still.
Sure.
So I knew I had a bottle of vodka in the car. I'd be like, yo, bro, how about this? Let's talk about this. I'm sorry I pissed you off. I stole all your girls. If you need help, I literally know so many girls I can like throw at you guys. I live here. I live in this street. I'm literally here every single night. I don't want you guys. I don't want to have beef with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I gave him a talk, and I tried to like shake his hand, whatever. At first, he was like kind of like, and the other guy that I was talking to, that was their friend. He's like, bro, you guys like make up. You guys should make up. And then while like that thing is going on, like literally like six cops on bikes rolled around with like flashlights and shit. Like started looking around for
the description you gave.
For the description I gave. And they started like going behind me saying, I'm sorry.
Oh, so they started like hiding from the cops.
Yeah, they started hiding from the cops.
Well, they would probably get deported, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably not PRs.
They went around me, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? Like, whatever.
You let it go.
How about this? Let's go grab a drink. I literally just had like an extra bottle of vodka. Nice. And they're all like, oh, cool. And then we party. And then the guy came up to me. He's like, you know what? My best friend right now, I met him when I fought him. Like, I got into a fight with him, and then I became best friends. My best friends, I got into fights with. So that's how we meet. And then we were cool.
Do you guys still talk?
They asked for my Instagram after, but Justin made me block them.
Wait, what? Did I?
Yeah, he told me, yo, fuck.
Who knows? That could have been the beginning of an amazing friendship.
No, but they were like sketchy though.
No, dude, I remember seeing them. They were like creepy, fucking sketchy, creepy fucking guys, dude.
I didn't want them like.
Fuck that. Why the fuck you want to be friends with these fucking losers, dude? I saw it with my own eyes. These guys weren't cool dudes. They were fucking little bitches.
Well, I mean, from the description, yeah, they sucker punched him, right? So.
Oh.
No, dude, they were like creeping on girls. And then getting mad when the girls don't want to talk to them and like calling the girls whores and shit.
Really? Okay.
Dude, that's what they were saying. They're like, these girls are fucking whores. And like random girls on the street, dude. Yeah. I guarantee these guys probably got arrested after that altercation. I guarantee you can't act like that in Western society. I'm sorry, you can't. It's just, simply put, you can't.
It's not compatible.
Those guys are not from here. They definitely got fucking, by now, arrested or deported for sure. If they ever act like that again, maybe they're just having a bad night and they just act like that one night, but I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty, like, let's be real.
Yeah.
That's just like an example of me like trying to handle it in a way that, you know, there are consequences to everything. I could have fought them. I'm technically bigger than one of them.
Dude, you're 200 plus pounds at the time too. You're like, Matt doesn't look like it, bro. He can fuck some shit up, dude. I swear to God. I like, Matt can fuck, but like, I mean, there's two of them though, and you don't know if they have weapons. You don't know if they have knives or some shit, or a gun or something.
You never want to fight. You never want to. It's too much fun at King Street.
I was very certain that I wanted them to go to jail though. If they had tried something else.
Oh, dude, I should just call it. She just send them to jail. Fuck these fucking losers.
One time I fought like 10 dudes at once. So this was actually, it was funny because it was like
some Karate Kid shit.
I didn't win. Well, in a way. Okay, so this was in Love Child in like 2019. And
talking to Mike.
So it was Love Child in 2019. And it was actually, they were playing a fight in the club. It was a McGregor fight. McGregor versus, it wasn't Khabib. Was it Khabib? I don't know.
Floyd?
No. It was an MMA fight. Anyway, it was a McGregor fight. It was being played. And we were all watching. We were all excited for it. And we were watching it, and then the fight ended, and then we started to party. I ended up meeting this girl, and then me and this girl hit it off. We were dancing. You know, I pick her up, and then we're like, you know, making out. And then I'm like, okay, let's go back to mine. And then she's like, yeah, let's do it. Can I first ask my friend's permission to, you know, leave? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, of course. And then we go, and it's like a table full of dudes. Literally, it's like a table full of dudes and like two girls. And then I had one of their girls basically. And the guys are just trying to like get between me and the girl. And one of the guys is like, hey dude, that's my girlfriend. And I'm like, I was just like making out with her. How is that possible? And at the time I was way more of a dick than I am now. And I kind of want to just like prove it to this dude that I know it's not his girlfriend. So I take the girl and I start making out with her in front of him. This pisses him off so hard. But I wanted to take it a little step further because I was a dickhead. And as I'm leaving with this girl, I take her in my arms and like and then we start backing off together, and she's in front of me, and I'm just like flipping this guy off. The guy gets so mad.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just wanted to like.
Are you drunk?
Yeah. I was drunk. I was drunk, and
I kind of want to see
I saw
like that.
I saw this is I'm not. And by the way, guys, I am not like that. Like you guys will.
No,
like I'm not like that anymore. Like you can't even.
You're like
imagine.
a saint. You're like the nicest dude ever.
Yeah, but I was an asshole at that time.
So funny.
I was like a cartoon douchebag. So I'm backing away with this girl and I'm like flipping this guy off. Like, yeah, fuck you, dude. And then the guy gets so mad, he just like swings at me. He misses the first time. Like I literally pushed the girl away because he would have hit the girl as well. So I push the girl away. He misses and then he swings again. He hits me. And then all his boys circle around me and they all just start wailing on me. And I'm just like covering up. And then the security of Love Child pulls me out of like the giant group of people. By the way, there's this guy that had my back, Fahad. Shout out to Fahad. I still bring him out to this day because he jumped in that fight and had my back in that moment. And I love the guy because he actually had my back and he actually helped me in a fight. And I'm very grateful for people like that. So anyway, so the security pulls me out. I go out in the street and they're like, what the hell, Lucas? Because at the time I was a club promoter. I actually worked at the place. So they were like, what the hell, Lucas? You never get into fights. What's going on? I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but like, let's go back in there because I need to fight that dude. I was still like furious. And they're like, okay, just point the group out and we'll kick them out of the club and then there'll be no beef. I'm like, okay, cool. In my mind, this was a way for the security to bring those guys out because I still wanted to fight them. And I was just like on this like thing that I just like, screw these guys. I want to fight them to the death.
That's crazy, dude.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity, everybody.
Yes. I will own up to that. It was stupid. And they kick these guys out. And I start chasing them in the street. I'm like, you guys are pussies. You guys all fought me 10v1. Like, you guys are pussies. And the guys turn around and they're like, okay, fight our friend 1v1. Like, they were honorable. They're like, yeah, okay, fight him 1v1 in front of us. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. The guy comes in, swings, misses. I get him in chokehold, and then I slam him on the ground and I just like punching his face. And then the Love Child security sees this, runs across the street, pulls me apart. They're like, Lucas, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, okay, I'm done, guys, I'm done. And then that's the end of the fight. Yeah. So
he kicked his ass.
In the end, yes.
Good. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Did you take the girl home?
No.
You know what's crazy?
You know, the girl went home with her friends.
You know what the crazy thing is, dude? If you just like ignored the dude, didn't talk to him at all.
Yes.
Didn't talk to any of the friends, and you're just like, yo, don't worry about your friends. Don't worry, I'll Uber you home after. I'll Uber back to the hotel after. Don't worry, baby. I got you. I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Daddy will take care of you.
Yeah.
You just Uber home.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Yeah.
All right, be on your way.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
And you know what? That's a lesson I learned. And
Yeah,
that's now something I've implemented in my, let's say, world. I don't even really hook up.
I thought you were a virgin.
I don't. I meant just like going and playing Monopoly and stuff. So
True.
I don't even talk to girls anymore.
Good.
I don't even.
Same. I'm trying to. Lucas is converting all of us, I think.
I'm celibate. By the way, my girlfriend's been calling me for like the last like hour. Just being, she's like,
my phone's rung like 3 times in the podcast. I need to call someone back.
I literally turned my phone on airplane mode, and she's like spamming the shit at me.
Yeah. Speaking of which, can I make a phone call?
Yeah.
Or do you guys?
Can we just wrap up? Let's just wrap up.
Let's wrap up. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching Wingman Podcast. My name is Justin Marc. We have the one and only
Matt Levine.
And we have Lucas from Six Tribe here.
I'm Lucas from Six Tribe, Lucas Najjar, at Lucas Najjar on Instagram.
So yeah, go follow Lucas on Instagram. Check him out, Lucas Najjar on Instagram. Yeah. And make sure to follow my Instagram, Drunk Justin 2. Make sure to follow Matt.Levine on Instagram.
Check out Six Tribe as well.
Yeah, check out Six Tribe. What's your website?
Sixtribe.com.
Cool. Is there any other platforms we can find you? Just Instagram, Six Tribe?
Six Tribe Official on Instagram, and
cool.
Six Tribe Visuals on Instagram as well.
And then, Instagram, subscribe. God bless you guys. God bless you, and God bless America.
Perfect.
We'll see you guys soon. Make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video. Really appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification so you're notified of new videos. And guys, we'll see you soon.